I don't even want to say what I think. I just want people to do some critical thinking here. Because I don't want to make it seem like I'm pushing no narrative. How does stuff like this just keep happening, though? I don't even want to say what I think, man. I just want to know some of y'all. How does stuff like this just keep happening? Are there not metal detectors? Like, none of this shit makes sense. This seemed like, oh my gosh. I'm sitting here watching all these clips being flooded on TikTok, flooded all over social media, and it's always like some weird, it don't make sense. How does stuff like that just keep happening? I don't understand it. How do people just keep getting in the same vicinity of the president with weapons and shots being let off? Like, did we not learn from 2024? Like, did we not learn from a few years ago? None of this even makes sense. People got to start doing critical thinking. Something weird going on. This is just garbage. How does that even keep happening? How do y'all let people get this in the same vicinity like a civilian with the president with weapons? I mean, like the 2024 situation was already crazy enough. I already looked at like straight bullshit, but that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. This just, I don't know, something just seemed off to me, bro. That's all I could really say. Something just seemed off. It seems very strange. Something just seems very, very off. Very, very, very strange. It makes zero sense to me. Like, are these people not being searched? Are there not any metal detectors? Like, what is happening here? And then when I was watching the video, to me, they appeared to be moving very, very slow once they even heard the shots being let off. It was like, it wasn't no sense of urgency I was feeling. Like, this is just crazy to me because after this situation in 2024, right, you would think that they would be standing close to him and be more on point. It just seemed too, the response didn't seem fast enough. It seemed like this was just like another day in the life. They was just moving at this slow speed. I didn't see no sense of urgency. Like, it's just weird to me. It seemed like they was rushing to get the vice president out first. Like he was the main priority. The woman that was in the video. Have y'all seen the video? Maybe we gotta watch the video. The ladies that was in the video seemed more gangster and seemed like they wasn't as scared as the men. This was just all looking weird. The ladies seemed more gangster. They was just like sitting there cooling, looking around like they trying to look for the damn shooter. The men jumping around looking scared, jumping under tables. I'm like, I don't. What am I watching here? Is the ladies more gangster? The men jump. Maybe we gotta watch some of the clips because this was absolutely It absolutely looked ridiculous. It looked like they was more worried about the vice president getting to safety than the actual president of the United States, which was interesting to me. Um, y'all need to tighten up with the security because I'm gonna put it to y'all like this, right? And this is what America needs to pay attention to. If I was another country, right? Say if I was another country that was thinking about invading the United States. A lot of them were pregnant. What the? Hold on, let me pause real quick. See, that's the crazy part. I was watching the video. The ladies seem more comfortable. All you hear is bow, bow, bow. The ladies just sitting there looking around. The CIA coming out walking like it's a beauty pageant. They taking forever just to walk. Like they walking up all slow and sassy. Like where's the urgency? Hurry. Like can we get a pep in the step? Can we hurry up? Like they just walking all slow and okay, shots let off. Oh, President, Vice President, let's go this way. President Trump, let's go that way. Oh, ladies, we're gonna. It's like, where's the urgency? Like, do they need some fucking coffee or something or some pre-workout? The lady next to the first lady was a few weeks away from giving. The ladies seemed more comfortable. They seemed more like this was just another day in the life. The men was jumping under tables and panicking and frantic and looking crazy. It's just throwing me off. Make sure y'all double tap the screen. Make sure I like the live. See, if I was another country that was thinking about trying to invade America, right? I would be analyzing this like, wow, they can barely even handle domestic terrorists, people in their own stomping grounds. This looks ridiculous. I'm be honest with y'all. If I was a country that was thinking like, yo, we could potentially attack America, I'd be looking like, damn, they can barely even handle their own. They can barely even handle their own civilians, people that's in their own local area. They barely can handle domestic terrorists. Who's to say other countries, I don't want to say no names, but countries that we're having issues and disputes with currently, right, is not sitting back analyzing this situation and saying, hey, it's nothing really to put sleeper cells in America, as in sleeper cells, trained operatives who are like spies and waiting to get the call to do some old weird bullshit, which I'm pretty sure stuff like this is already going on. This is why I'm saying America got to tighten up, okay? Like, see, this is I'm gonna go a little uncensored here, okay? See, America, y'all got to start making examples of niggas like that. We're gonna have to take it back, like, let's just say in the old school days. Y'all got to start making examples out of niggas that want to like try to shoot the president. Like I seen the guy that they had who allegedly did it. Y'all got to start making examples out of them niggas. Like I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. You fuck around and hang somebody like that on TV in front of the motherfucking world, I guarantee you people won't be feeling like, oh, I'm about to just try to go kill the president. I'm about to go try to do an assassination attempt. Y'all got to start making examples out of them dudes because the world is watching. I'm just being 100. I'm just being, if you shoot at the president, it shouldn't be no you see a day in court. You should see 100 bullet holes and a noose around your neck. I'm just being 100. We cannot be setting the bar so low like you could just shoot at the president and get arrested. I'm so sorry. Fuck that. Make sure you double tap the screen. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It should be to the point where if you try to kill the president of the United States, if you try to kill the vice president of the United States, or you try to kill their wives, an example should be made out of you. I guarantee you, right? If they killed that boy on national TV, right? If they killed that boy on national TV and made an example out of his ass, or hung his stupid ass in front of the world, I'm just being extreme with that, obviously. I guarantee you a lot of individuals that are here will start to think twice. But when they feel like, oh, I could just shoot at the president and get put in handcuffs, that's not going to deter enemies, especially local domestic terrorists or quote unquote sleeper cells. Once again, who are trained operatives who usually wait around. They usually could be from a different country or a different continent who have a set mission but waiting to get a specific call or waiting for certain things to happen and take place before they could get active. Okay, America gonna have to start making examples out of some of these fools. That's the best way I could put it to y'all. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. America gotta make examples. All this you could shoot at the president or shoot near the president, but then just be put in handcuffs and everything is all good. No, that's bullshit. That's just my opinion. Some of y'all gonna disagree. That's okay, but I feel like it gotta get to a point where it's like it got to get to the point where the standard is kind of raised, where it's like, yo, if you try to kill the president, we're gonna kill you. I mean, we just got to be 100. Like, I mean, this is the United States. I mean, they already captured a president. What was his name? Maduro. And then somebody else was already recently killed allegedly by America, a different world leader from different part of the world. So it's like we got to make examples even in our own stomping ground. Because if that's the case, you're going to have more situations like what just happened last night and what happened in 2024. I guarantee you, if the world seen old boy get filled up with a bunch of bullet holes. It's like, no, 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 we're not arresting you. We're killing you. You going to hell, heaven, whatever you believe. We killing your ass. Man, I guarantee you a lot of people be like, yeah, let me not try to shoot near the president or try to kill the president. They got to start making examples out of these niggas. I'm going to play the video in a minute. I got to find some more of the clips because this was just ridiculous. Okay, this reminded me of some type of movie. What was that movie? Remember that movie Olympus Has Fallen? These are the vibes I'm getting. Y'all remember that movie? It's a movie way back then. I believe, who did they have acting as president of that movie? Was it Morgan Freeman? It was somebody. It's a that's the vibe that it was given though. Olympus Has Fallen. This looked like I was watching some Hollywood movie script. Cause I'm almost guaranteed if you try that shit in real life, they gonna smoke your ass. I'm telling you, I'm not tripping. You try to do something like that, you try to shoot the president, do any type of goofiness like that, I guarantee they gonna smoke you. It ain't gonna be no you in handcuffs. I guarantee they gonna smoke. I mean, I already still got a problem because I felt some type of way what happened in 2024. Which seemed like another goddamn Hollywood movie I was watching. Some of y'all just don't remember what happened in 2024 with the president being, what, grazed in the ear. That already looked like some type of Hollywood script anyway. Okay? And I'm saying that to say this because I remember when that situation happened, how all these civilians was pointing at this strange individual, right? That was it was a lot of people recording videos. It was all going viral on TikTok, pointing at this strange individual on this rooftop and telling the local law enforcement and all these security guards and CIA like, hey, it's a guy up there, and everybody just standing there looking around and like, am I watching a movie script? Is this real life, or are you playing with my fucking intelligence? Do I look like a idiot or a moron? I know this is what I'm saying, but if it was a normal person doing this, right, it would have been a problem. And then when I looked at how they had the parameter set up with all of these snipers who was watching the entire parameter and watching the entire circumference of the area, how do y'all even allow somebody to sit on the roof? Because as soon as he fired a shot, they shot him. So where y'all been looking at this dude? This is what I'm saying. Do not insult my intelligence. Okay, because I seen military operatives speaking about said situation. And, individuals that spoke about it, like Candace Owens, all spoke about how they have all that stuff blocked off and do surveillance around the whole area, and they be scoping that shit out the entire time the president is there. So why are we allowing this individual to sit on this damn rooftop? What did he have? Like some type of assault rifle or some type of long weapon? Like, stop playing in my face. It's given this is a movie script. Stop playing with me, bro. Like, as simple as that. You can't insult my intelligence like you can with most of these damn civilians. Most civilians are stupid and fucking dumb and absolute morons and idiots. That's just what it is. Most of the civilians are dumb and stupid and just be like, oh, well, this just randomly happened. No. And the real life stuff like this does not just happen to the president. It is impossible. The CIA, the local law enforcement, whether it's the police force, the sheriff's department, the state troopers, the security that's there, the armed security, all of those local agencies are not just about to be going for you, shooting at the president and getting too close to the. Are you crazy? Yeah, right. Are you crazy? When I was young, I worked security for some very high-end VIP people. I'm telling you for a fact, they do not allow certain things to happen. I know what I'm talking about for 1,000% facts. They cross their T's and dot their I's. You would never be able to even get in the same vicinity as these individuals with any type of weapons, anything like that. So that's why I'm just sitting back. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like I'm not going to be no damn conspiracy theorist because that's definitely not what I am. I'm just saying some shit be seeming like a little weird. Let me go to some of the clips for y'all so y'all can see what I was talking about. Like how everybody was moving all slow and everybody was taking their time and I don't know, something just seemed weird to me, okay? Everybody was just chilling and just, oh, shots are being fired. Everybody, Let me go to some of these clips for y'all, because y'all think that I'm exaggerating, right? I know some of y'all gonna think like, oh, Jay is just exaggerating. That's why it's like, maybe it's just best I keep my thoughts to myself, because I'm not trying to seem like I'm being no conspiracy theorist. I'm just going off what the whole world seeing. Make sure I double tap the screen and like the live. All I'm saying is we got to tighten up as far as when it comes to security and protecting the president. Let me just let y'all watch this video first, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Because maybe y'all think I'm tripping. Okay, let's see.
Evacuated from the stage of tonight's White House Correspondents Dinner.
Look how slow everybody moving when the shots let off.
They're right on top of him, and First Lady Melania Trump, who was seated right next to him, they were removed from that stage so fast. And Secret Service, they're all over that stage, some with rifles.
That's fast. Everybody else just chilling like nothing going on. What is happening here?
And into the audience, and that is because there aren't just journalists seated at tonight's dinner here.
Bro, when shots is let off in real life, let me tell y'all something. I've been on the scene in real life when shots is let off. People is not this calm. Pandemonium starts to strike. When shots are let off, people start going crazy. Why is everybody just sitting here? Is this a movie script I'm looking at?
They were removed from that stage.
Why are we chilling? Look at the ladies in the audience. They just chilling like, oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Some with rifles.
What am I looking at here?
Secret Service sort of climbing over chairs and into the audience, and that is because
why is everybody just chilling?
Journalists seated at tonight's dinner here. There are also Trump cabinet officials seated.
But people would have been jumping on the ground, rolling around. What am I looking at here? People would have been running, flipping over tables. So this is what I'm saying. They could pull this shit with y'all. I've been on scenes where shots is let off. People start going crazy. People are not just going to be sitting there looking around. People are ducking, jumping on the ground, rolling around, running. I'm seeing a lot of chill behavior. Let's get it up close. I'm seeing too much chilling behavior. Why is everybody chilling? Where's the urgency here? What am I looking at here, bro? He's just sitting there. You mean to tell me shots is getting let off and he's just sitting there with them fucking big ass glasses looking around? Look how long it just took him to move. You mean to tell me he's just sitting there chilling and the CIA is running out with assault rifles and he's just looking around? You clearly can't even fucking see. Get on the fucking ground. Bro, we gotta stop this shit, bro. Let's see if we can get another angle. We gotta stop this. Where's when they got the vice president? What is this? Let's stop it, bro. Where's where they got the vice president? They made sure they grabbed him immediately. Yeah, they just sitting there eating there and enjoying their dinner while somebody's letting off shots. But y'all see how fast they grabbed the vice president though, right? Maybe their gear was they had too much gear on, so they was moving kind of slow. Them big ass clothes on, so you got too much gear on. Y'all running slow as shit. Run faster. He barely could get over the fucking table, all this gear on. Then you mean to tell me the whole audience, right? You mean to tell me the audience is just still sitting there eating dinner? This is what I'm saying. I didn't see a sense of urgency from these people. Man, make sure you like the live, double tap the screen. I'm looking at this old guy with these big ass glasses on, just sitting there still looking around. And sir, you don't hear the boom, 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 and you're just sitting there like, okay, well, I'm just gonna like look around, and I'm gonna continue to eat my good dinner, and I don't care if I get shot in the head. I'm just gonna sit here. What am I fucking looking at? Man, come on, bro. What am I staring at right now? I didn't see no sense of urgency. I seen a bunch of chilling people. Like, we gotta be for real right now. Half of them continued to sit there, right? Eating their food. That's why I'm like, this is making me feel like, now, once again, I don't believe in conspiracy theories, right? I believe a lot of people who make these conspiracy theories, some of them are just doing it for entertainment, for clicks, for views, etc. But I'm just saying it was just very strange to me how a vast majority of the audience was still just sitting there and chilling, looking around. It seemed like only the people that was sitting next to the president was actually getting up, moving around. And then I'm looking at some of the CIA guys. He could barely get over the fucking table. The other ones got all this damn gear on, could barely fucking run. Then I seen another video before I got on here. One of the security guards, when all of the police was running, was sitting there walking. I don't know if he was on some shit like, this is above my pay grade. I'm not running. He's sitting there walking. Aren't you security? Not just security, your armed security sitting there just walking and taking your time. Let me look at the guy who they alleged. Who was the guy that they said shot? Let me see. Where did he go? Where's the guy that actually where's the guy that actually let me look up the actual guy that did the shooting. What was his name again? Because they had showed what he looked like. It was some light skinned, weird looking fucking guy. What was his name? Let me see. Let me look up the actual alleged shooter. Here you go. This crazy looking maniac. Okay. So this is the alleged shooter, right? Allegedly, we're going to say. This is the alleged shooter. They got him just handcuffed, just sitting there chilling. He should be getting his ass whooped. Why is he not getting beat the fuck up? This is what I'm saying, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. He's just laying there, right? But if you're in your local city and you even tried the police or act like you got a weapon, anything like that, right? They will beat the dog shit out you. I'm telling you for a fact, body cams on or not. Nowadays with the police, if they even suspect that you got a weapon, I done seen multiple videos of body cams in different cities and different states. If they think that you got a weapon and you pose a threat, they will start whooping your ass. I was just watching a video like this in Florida where they pulled this one guy over, okay? And you know, in places like Florida, they have legal firearms. You can legally have a firearm in public. And they just changed the law out there to the point I believe you don't even got to have a permit or a gun license. You can just have a weapon out there. And the police stopped him. And when they was talking to him, once they realized that he had a concealed to carry, okay, they started beating the shit out of him to the point where dudes started throwing up, okay? Like they was beating the dog shit out of him. Even when he surrendered, like they had him on the ground. I was watching every angle from every body cam. They was whooping his ass, okay? It was beating the shit out of him. Yeah, even when you look at ICE, when they be trying to get these individuals or trying to get these immigrants or illegal aliens, these local law enforcement agencies are not playing with you. They be on straight dog shit. So I'm looking at this guy, right? Who, let's just say he allegedly tried to assassinate the president and he's just sitting there. You try that shit with the police in your city and state right now. Even look like you pose as a threat when you communicate with them. Watch them beat your fucking head into the concrete. I done seen so many videos within the last month with police officers having um interactions with individuals, and they feel like these individuals pose a threat and they got weapons on them, and they flat out just shoot them on camera, even when the individual done surrendered and they hands them. I just watched some shit like this happen in New York, where somebody, they felt like he had a gun on him, which they alleged he pointed a gun at somebody, and the police pulled up. I watched the body cam. This just happened in New York. And dude was standing on the street, and there was two officers like, let me see your hands, let me see your hands. Dude standing there, and they still shot him. Dude just standing there. They still shot him off. They shot him like 15 times. So that's why I'm saying I just find it kind of crazy that this guy could pose a threat to the president and he's just laying on the goddamn ground. Why is he not getting his ass whooped? I mean, I don't understand this shit, bro. This is just crazy to me. They just chilling with him. But let you in real life try to police in any shape, form, or fashion. So if the local law enforcement, okay, who are still a part of the government will fuck you up just for looking like you pose a threat to them, right? When it comes to the president of the United States, one of the faces and leaders of the government, it's just kind of crazy to me that the same energy is not being held on this alleged assassin. He should have been getting his ass whooped. I mean, I don't understand this shit. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I don't understand this shit. I mean, I've seen this happen too much in the real world. In real life, they're not just gonna let you sit here. Man, listen, if local law enforcement is in the same area as you and you let off some shots, it is a 9 out of 10 chance that you're gonna die. They're gonna shoot your ass. I'm telling you, it's a 9 out of 10 chance you're gonna die. They're not gonna be sitting there playing with you. I've seen so many body cams with people just chilling and they think that they got a gun on them and they shoot them. I've seen videos where individuals just holding knives. I just seen a video like this yesterday where a guy had a knife in his hand. The officer was nowhere near him. Well, he was near him, but nowhere near like in arm's reach where he could get stabbed. He told the dude, put the knife down. Dude ain't put the knife down. He shot him 7 times. So that's why what I'm saying. Like, you mean to tell me, dude, old boy had a gun, right? And he allegedly was shooting, and nobody, no local law enforcement, or rather it's the local police, the sheriffs, the state troopers, FBI, whatever law enforcement agency, the security officers, nobody let a shot off at him. Nobody tried to kill him. Nobody tried to beat his. No, 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 no. See, this is what I'm saying. This is bullshit. Okay, they should have made an example out of him, especially after what happened in 2024. It shouldn't have been no talking. It should have been one dead victim on the scene. That's what we should be hearing on the news. Hey, somebody let off some shots in the same vicinity as the president, and his brains is on the fucking ground. That's just my opinion. Some people gonna say that's extreme or that's harsh. No, that's just the reality of situations. If local law enforcement will kill you for deeming a threat towards them, right, and the president gets paid way more than them, why would they not do the same thing for the goddamn president? That's why I'm just being honest. Like, I believe half of what I see and none of what I hear for stuff like this. I'm sorry, for stuff like this, I believe half of what I see, none of what I hear. Because just the reaction was abnormal. In real life, people don't hear shots getting let off and just fucking sit there and be chilling and looking around. That does not happen in the real world. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I feel like I'm looking at some rehearsed script, like in real life. Like it's like some type of rehearsed movie script going on in front of my face. That's what it seemed like I'm looking at, because the reactions was not normal. The reaction was just not normal. Everybody just sitting there and chilling. Man, you be on the scene and some gunshots get let off. I guarantee you, you're not gonna see people just sitting there and just chilling, just looking around. You're gonna see people fucking running and screaming and flipping over shit, trampling over people. People are not just gonna be sitting there like, oh, okay, somebody just sent some shots. Let me just look around and sit here. When the fuck does that happen? I've never seen that. Man, stop it, bro. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to make it seem like they set it up. It just was the reactions was very strange to me. The reactions was just very strange and weird. It didn't look. It did. I'm sorry, man. It was just weird. That's the best I could say it. That's the best way I could put it. It was just some weird reactions. Maybe I'm tripping. Okay. But I don't feel like I'm tripping from my experience and what I've seen in real life. And when you pose a threat towards rather local law enforcement or VIP people, especially higher ups, man, in the real world, they not just gonna sit there and be too fond of you doing that. Let the president come to your city, he have a rally, and you let some shots off. I guarantee they gonna shoot your ass. They not gonna be trying to arrest you. They will kill you. They will kill you. I done seen police whoop ass for a lot less. That's why I'm saying it's just like surprising to me. I've seen police whoop ass for a lot less. I've seen them beat the shit out of people for a lot less. Like this is just crazy. This is interesting to me. Like, are we giving out special treatment? I mean, y'all can look up videos of police body cams shooting people for a lot less. Okay? Just for a traffic damn stop and they feel like he was moving too much. And dude gets shot. I done seen people get beat the fuck up by the police for a lot less. And you telling me this guy allegedly posed a threat to the government, to the fucking president, and nothing happened? No, come on, we gotta stop that shit, bro. He just laying on the goddamn ground, just chilling like it's just normal. This is why I don't be speaking on a lot of this political stuff because it be too weird for me. Because what I see in the real world sometimes don't be adding up to what I'm seeing with the government, and it's just throwing me off. It's just throwing me off. Like I'm sorry, it's just throwing me off. And what now? He's just cooling in jail. He able to say like, "Oh yeah, I'm the one that was letting off shots at the correspondents dinner with no bruises, no nothing." Now I don't. We don't know what they did behind the scenes. Hopefully they slapped him up a couple times and kicked him in his damn ass. But if not, that's just strange to me, bro. I'm sorry. I done seen people get their ass whipped by the police for a way less, way less. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all have. That's just weird to me. I'm sorry, bro. When I watch the videos with ICE, they be fucking them immigrants up for a lot less. And half them people don't be having guns. They be fucking about. I mean, we like do y'all remember what just happened in like February? Was it February? I think it was like January. Matter of fact, January, February. It was one of them. Matter of fact, I think it was around January when the one woman was in her car. Well, she was in her van, and she was like driving too close to the ICE agent, and they fucking shot and killed her right in Minnesota. Like this is what I'm saying. I done seen people get shot for less. So I don't know, bro. This is just amazing to me. This is very strange behavior. This is very strange behavior. It's hard to believe some of the stuff that I be hearing in the media. This is why I don't be even paying attention to a lot of this political bullshit. Cause it be hard to believe some of this shit sometimes. I'm sorry. It'd be hard to all the way believe it when I'm looking at the reactions. And then when I look at what happens in real life for way less. Like, nah, y'all supposed to make an example out of him in front of the fucking world. Like, this is what's gonna happen to you. You shoot at the president or you shoot near the president, we gonna fuck you up. As simple as that. Like, maybe I would have felt better if I would have seen him with like a bloody nose, a bruised eye. This is how they treat criminals. Like, I don't know, like if some of y'all, this is due to y'all. This is what happened when you're a criminal and you do shit. Okay, law enforcement fucks you up. I done seen police officers, especially in my city, threaten to shoot niggas just for running from them. Okay, I done seen police officers, especially, what was the name of this one officer? I forgot his name. This used to be around the Broadway area, where if you would run from him, he would literally threaten to shoot your ass. Okay? I done seen people get beat the fuck up by the police for way less, for the stupidest shit that got their ass whipped by the damn police. Okay? In my city, maybe it's just like this in my city. If you run from the police and they catch you, they will whoop your ass. Seen it happen to my nephew. Around 2000 and what was it, 15? My nephew was on the block. You know, he was only selling weed. Weed is legal here. And the police blitzed the block. My nephew started running. Him and some of his niggas started running. My nephew was hiding under the one car. My nephew almost got away. For some reason, the one officer just started looking under the fucking cars and seen my nephew. They pulled my nephew out and started whooping his ass. He didn't even do shit but just run. He didn't do nothing but just run. All he had was weed. So that's why I'm like, damn, he ain't get like a slap in the face. I mean, I just seen a whole video, right, with a woman police officer. I think she was a sergeant or something. I think she just got relieved of duty just because somebody was in a handcuff and she slapped him in the face. Then I seen a whole nother video of I think it was a Dallas police officer. Yeah, I believe it was somewhere in Texas, but I believe it was a Dallas police officer. She wasn't even in her work vehicle. She was not in her patrol car. It looked like she was either on the way to work or maybe she was on break, but she pulled up on somebody that she know that dated her sister. And the dude took her sister's cell phone. And the woman officer pulled up on him when he was in traffic, hopped out with the gun drawn right to his face and told him, "Give me that motherfucking phone, I will kill you." Right on video. This was just a couple weeks ago. So that's what I'm saying. I done seen people get fucked up and them to lose their life for way less when it comes to the government. Okay? Way less. So nah, bro, like they should have made some type of example out of him. I'm sorry, bro. That's just what it is. At least when that one dude in 2024 shot at the president, they killed his ass. I'm just being honest with you. At least they killed him. But this dude, like, they gotta make an example out of people or it's just gonna keep happening more and more and more. Like, that's just what it is. Maybe I would have felt better if we would have seen him if we would have seen that this individual got fucked up. But just to get handcuffed and he just got no shirt on, he's just laying there all chilling, calm. Like, get the fuck out of here. He should have got a few kicks to the goddamn face, kicks to the rib cage, couple fucking knees to the face, couple goddamn elbows. Yeah, they should have been whooping his ass. They should have been whooping his ass. Because all this is going to do is just paint the image to other countries like, okay, well, we can potentially send sleeper cells to America and they'll be okay. They're not really going to do nothing. They'll just arrest them and they'll just go to jail on some type of stupid ass attempt murder or domestic terrorist type of charge. Like, they're not really going to do nothing to them. This is crazy to me. I'm sorry, this is crazy to me. I don't know. That was just very strange behavior to me. That's why I wasn't even gonna speak on it because I was watching all the clips and I'm just like, this is just weird to me, bro. Like, this is just strange behavior. It's too chill. It's too calm. I'm not seeing people reacting enough the way that they should be. I'm seeing a whole individual who allegedly was shooting in the same building as the president just sitting there just chilling on the fucking ground. This is just bullshit to me. Maybe there was just being nice because it was all them eyes there in media, but I don't know, bruh. Shit like that is just weird to me, bruh. I done seen too much shit in the real world to be sitting here just believing that this is just how y'all treat quote unquote criminals. I've never seen no shit like this. Never seen no situation like this. I done had police rough me up just because people done alleged I had a gun on me. I done got roughed up by police just because they alleged that I had guns on me before back in the day. Literally. I done had the Buffalo police rough me up just because people alleged that I had a goddamn gun. I didn't even have one. It's on body cam. I done got roughed up by the police just because somebody alleged I had a fucking gun. Okay? And I'm already on the ground. I already got my goddamn hands up. I'm already just laying there. And they still roughing me up and putting their knees in my fucking back and all this craziness. Jamming their knee into my neck. I'm already on the goddamn ground. Then happened to me being in jail, just having a verbal back and forth with this one short ass. He wasn't even a police officer. He was just a peace officer that just worked in the building. Like basically, like he's trained, but he's not an actual sheriff's deputy or a Buffalo police officer. He was just a peace officer. They don't have weapons. They don't have like fucking guns or mace. They're just peace officers. I done had a verbal with a peace officer and they got fucking roughed up. And the lieutenant that did it ended up losing his job, but that's a whole nother story because they jumped the shit out of me. And right after that, the lieutenant lost his job because it was on camera. So that's what I'm saying. Like in the real world, they will fuck you up for just talking crazy to them. Just from having a verbal dispute with them. They will hop on bullshit with you. Like that's just what come with if you being a criminal and you breaking the fucking law. They will fuck you up for a lot less. I'm telling you, I promise you. So for me, maybe it was just some special treatment or they didn't want to look like or portray that type of image in front of the people, but I don't know. That's just weird to me. I don't have too many personal experiences where they will fuck you up for nothing. Just for talking to them crazy. In 2022, with somebody that I know, his name is Kente. You could look it up too. His name was Kente. If you looked up on YouTube, let me try to see if I can find a video. I probably could find a video. I know Kente. I was just with Kente a week before it happened. They tried to kill Kente because they claimed that he shot at the police. Let me look. Let me look it up. What should I type? I probably could find a video. This is from 2022. Where is it? I probably could find it. It got to be on YouTube. Where is it at? I think this it. This looked like it. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. This was in Buffalo, 2022. Somebody that I know named Kente, they alleged that he shot at the fucking police. They shot that nigga like 50 times. I don't know how Kente didn't die. Okay, this was in Buffalo.
Was accused of leading police on a wild chase with bullets flying on March 29th. Police have now released this body camera video showing the intense pursuit.
I was just with him a week before this happened.
You watch the video, it just looks like a chaotic scene that's uncontrolled at some points. But again, it doesn't take into effect what those officers were perceiving, what they were seeing, what they were hearing.
Newly released body camera footage shows the intense 28-minute vehicle pursuit on March 29th. It all started because Kente Bell was stopped for tinted windows.
Now just tell you, Kente, I was just with him a week before this happened.
Elapsed registration.
He is firing at any officer coming close.
Police Commissioner Joseph Gramalia says the pursuit shouldn't have even happened.
All Kente did was take them on a high-speed chase. And they shot that nigga multiple times. All he did was take them on a high-speed chase. They got shot. All he did was take them on a high-speed chase. Here we go. Here a different angle where y'all can see them shooting the shit out my man's. He ain't never getting out. They gave him like a lot of time in jail, but the shit went viral a couple years ago. Okay, is that what almost 7 million views? This the dumbass nigga Kente. They shot this nigga multiple times. Okay. Now maybe he did shoot at them, or maybe they heard a shot. I don't know. All I know is that he took off on their ass.
Insurance or anything? We'll work it and go from there, okay? Shot 2 weeks ago, I guess. I knew that was. So you knew that was coming. Knew that was coming. Knew that was. Radio passes.
They was hanging out the window shooting at this nigga. I remember this shit. I'm glad I wasn't in the car with him when this fucking happened. I'm glad I wasn't in the car with this dickhead when that happened. Okay? That's why I be telling y'all. I used to be around some real gangsters. A lot of y'all be talking that gangster shit, but never had that energy with the police. That shit be comical to me. A lot of y'all talk that gangster shit, but never really had that energy with the police, though. That shit be crazy to me. I've been around real gangsters. Maybe Kente did let off a few shots at them, and he took their ass on a high-speed chase, and they shot him multiple times. I still don't know how he survived. They shot that nigga multiple fucking times. So that's why I'm saying it's just kind of strange to me from my personal experience, the shit that I've seen and shit that I've witnessed, the people I know who did a lot less, and police still tried to kill their ass. Because they definitely tried to kill Kenta. He in a wheelchair now. They fucked him up. He can't walk. When he went to court, he was in a wheelchair. They said he was like paralyzed from the waist down. Nigga Kente. I was just with the nigga Kente because he used to be like my little personal ride. You know, that was one of the homies. Like, anytime I need to go somewhere, whatever the case, and he used to just want to chill with me. That's why it's so crazy. You never really know what could be on somebody's mind. You never really know what could be on a nigga mind because we was just chilling. Anywhere I used to have to go, he used to just drive me to wherever. If I had to go to the liquor store, go get some weed, or go pull up on somebody, he would just drive me wherever. He just wanted to chill with me for some reason. And it's crazy because then the next week I see his ass in a high-speed chase getting shot by the goddamn police. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping, but from what I've seen in my observative reality, they don't just be too fond with you playing with the government. I'm telling y'all, in Buffalo, you take them boys in a high-speed chase or you run from them, they will shoot at your ass. I'm telling you. They will feel like their life is in danger. I know another situation with this one dude I know from the west side. Shout out to Jennifer, her brother. He used to sell guns. And the police killed him just because he ran from them. Literally, right on the west side. Just because bro ran from them, they killed him. There's one girl named Jennifer I know. It was Jennifer and what's her name? What is it? Melissa. Melissa, that was her cousin. They killed homie just from running from him. Literally, just from running. I know a situation in Buffalo where a police officer, he was apprehending somebody and he got into a fight with the dude. And the officer started pistol whipping him and shot the nigga. Just over a little tussle. This is all stuff you could look up. So it's just like, maybe they was giving this dude some special treatment. I don't know. Because I'm used to the government taking it there with you immediately. The moment you even resist a tiny little bit, they will fuck you up. Promise you. It's not going to be no sitting there talking. It's not going to be no you about to just get away with running from them or taking them on a high-speed chase. They will shoot at your ass. I'm telling you, Buffalo police will shoot at you for the smallest shit. You'd be surprised. They be talking to you, you start running or start resisting, they will shoot your ass. From my personal experience, what I've seen with law enforcement agencies, they'll kill your ass. So I don't know. That whole situation is just like, I don't know, bro. That shit weird to me. That shit is just strange to me, bro. I don't know. It seemed like they was giving him some favoritism or something. Seemed like they wasn't really taking it serious, or I don't know, bro. I don't know. You could look up plenty body cam footage from my local city with the police shooting niggas and killing niggas. It happens all the time here. It's normal. It happens all the time. It's up the street from me. A nigga got killed. What was it, last year? Because he was talking to the police and he had a knife on him, and they told him to drop the knife. He had like a pocket knife on him or something. He kept having his hands in his pocket. And this was the Cheektowaga police. Because he had an active warrant, I guess, for beating up his girlfriend. And the police came to his house and was talking to him at the door. And he had a goddamn pocket knife. He was watching the body cam. Well, he kind of deserved to get shot, though, when I watched the whole body cam, though. Because he did, like, start trying to fight the cops and all this other shit. But he had a knife on him. They still shot and killed his ass. I watched the body cam footage. Killed his ass right up the street from me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if I done seen law enforcement agencies shoot and kill people for less, it's just kind of strange to me that somebody would actually pose a real threat to the president with real bodily harm, and then, like, nothing's happening. I don't know, bro. That's shit is just weird to me, bro. I live in a real world where shit like that, when you play around like that, they're gonna give you what the fuck you looking for. I don't know what that shit was about, but in the real world, you play, they gonna give you what the fuck you looking for. And be honest with you. It ain't gonna be no, you just going in with no bruises or nothing. They don't play that shit. I got a friend whose sister got shot in 2020 just because they alleged that she tried to run over a police officer and she got shot. Shit, the video should be on YouTube. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. I believe she did run up over a couple officers, so that's a little different. If I'm not mistaken, it was so long. I think she actually did run them over, though. I think she did run over a couple of the police, though, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think she did run over a couple of the police officers, though, to be fair.
Good evening, everyone. The trial of a Buffalo woman accused of running over a state trooper during a summer 2020 protest delayed once again in Erie County courts.
Police say Deanna Davis drove through a crowd on Bailey Avenue during the height of a Black Lives Matter protest. Now, this was in the city, seriously injuring the trooper. 7 News senior reporter.
They shot her ass
in
up.
the courtroom today, learning a plea deal is on the table.
They shot her ass
It's been more
up.
than 2 years since this incident was captured on camera. Deanna Davis is accused.
It's my man's sister. Okay. Now, it's some shit that happened before that, the reason why that happened. Now, this is during the whole George Floyd shit. Okay, the police shot at me that day, too. We was downtown, right? It was me, her, KO, AJ, Max's girlfriend, Jamila. We was standing in the crowd. This all happened because of us. Now, it was supposed to be a peaceful protest. It was a undercover. I don't even think it was an undercover. It was a off-duty woman police officer. When we was standing in the crowd, she drove her vehicle through the crowd and she hit my ex-girlfriend Jamila, and she hit my man's sister that y'all just seen with her car, right? Literally, I'm standing there, right? I'm thinking I'm tripping. It's just a peaceful protest. We just chilling. We just minding our business. Next, you know, I'm looking at my ex-girlfriend and my man's sister because KO standing right next to me, AJ standing right next to me, Jamila standing to the left of me, and my man's AJ's sister standing on the left of her. And I see a car hit them from behind. I didn't know it was an off-duty police officer. At the time, I had like a what was it? I had like I think it was like a pint of Hennessy, and I just reacted. This shit on video, and I threw the bottle right through the motherfucking right through the window. Boom! Bashed the windows out. We didn't know this was an officer though. All I know is that I looked. You hit my girl with a motherfucking car. I turned that motherfucking bottle. This shit is on video. It was viral on Facebook. I jumped up. Boom! The bottle went right through the motherfucking front windshield. Glass flying all over her. The homies KO, AJ, everybody dragged her out the motherfucking car. They beat her so motherfucking bad. Bitch had to go to ICU. As she was getting her motherfucking ass with, the police is sitting there, right? So we flipped over her car, like literally flipped it over. Mind you, we didn't know this was a police officer. Flipped over the motherfucking car, okay? Once we flipped over the car, the police pulled out guns and started shooting my mama. So that's how the retaliation ended up happening, which I see what old girl went, why she tried to run the police over. So that's what I be saying. In my city, bro, like they will really try to kill you, bro. Like I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. They'll try to kill you. But that's my whole point. Like a lot of these guys be talking this high power shit, but it's like you never even went to like war with the police. Like you never like really was on that. Like stop it. You only try to go against your people. But when they could beat your mama in the head and you'll sit there and watch and won't do nothing and won't say nothing. They'll sit there and beat your motherfucking granny upside her head, and you'll just sit there with a video camera recording. That's crazy as hell. Won't do a bitch ass thing. Niggas will just sit there and just watch. Won't have none of that energy with them, but have all the energy with your own people though. Amazing. That shit is crazy to me. Amazing. Make sure you double tap the screen. Make sure you like the live. That's what these niggas do though. Amazing to me. That shit had went viral. The mayor was talking about it. Was saying like, oh, the reason why the police officer started shooting was because that was an off-duty police officer. But nobody was charged with nothing because it was on video that she drove through the crowd with her car. And that's why we all reacted like that. I didn't know it was an off-duty police officer, but it still don't matter. You hit my girl with a car, I'm on that with you. As soon as I looked and I seen Jamaica like this get hit with the motherfucking car, it was just a reaction. I seen my man's sister get hit with the car, and I had that fit the Hennessy. I turned that shit upside down, ran a little bit in front of the motherfucking car, and just jumped up and boom! Bust out the whole fucking front shield window. So it was just a reaction. And that's the only reason why the mayor because the mayor did kind of like stand on business. Shout out to Mayor Brown at the time. It was like, we're not going to charge somebody with that because that officer should have never drove through the crowd and hit a few people with her vehicle and all this other shit. Because he wanted to try to justify the reason why the police was shooting. But he's like, oh, the only reason they started shooting is because that was an officer, but she shouldn't have drove her car through the crowd and all this other shit. They start shooting at us. Like that's just what it is. So it's like I've seen with my own personal experience how they go, and that's why you end up seeing the video, right? When you know the backstory to why my man's sister ended up retaliating the same day and trying to run their ass over, because they had just tried to run her over when we was downtown.
It's been more than 2 years since this incident was captured on camera. Deanna Davis is accused of driving through a police barricade on Bailey Avenue in Buffalo during a Black Lives Matter protest in June of 2020. She's facing first-degree assault charges. Jury selection was set to begin Monday, but Davis's defense...
A lot of shit happened that day after that, bruh. That's all I'm going to say. It was a lot of shit that happened, but right before that also. Once they did that, right at that police station, I'm not going to say no names, but some guys that I know that was from the same neighborhood as me, went and they shot at the fucking police. And then she tried to run their ass over. That's just, shit be happening, bro. So, and they tried to kill her. They shot her like, what, 4 or 5 times. It was a lot of shit going on around that time. So that's why, like, I'm just saying, like, it's just interesting to me how I can see local law enforcement agencies, the level they would take it to if you pose a threat to them. And then to see somebody pose a threat to the president and just get a slap on the wrist is like, what am I looking at here? I think my comments is glitching. So I know it's people commenting. If you are commenting, let me know because I can't see them. I know for a fact there's people that's saying shit, but maybe my comments is glitching. So yeah, I've seen the levels that local law enforcement will take it to. So it's just very interesting to me that this guy posed a threat to the president of the United States, and it's like he just got a slap on the wrist is what it's looking like to me. He ain't get beat up. He ain't get slapped around. Nothing. We should see some videos of him getting slapped in his face. I'm just being honest with y'all. You should see some videos of him getting slapped in the motherfucking face. Like, what the fuck? No, nothing? He just laying on the ground? Man, come on, we gotta stop this bullshit. Y'all gotta use critical thinking here. Y'all gotta use critical thinking here. This ain't making sense. And if it don't add up, it don't make sense. Literally. We gotta use common sense here. That does not happen in the real world. In the real world, they will fuck you up doing some shit to them. Okay? In the real world. In the real world, they'll fuck you up playing with them. They ain't just gonna be sitting there allowing you to do that. Is you crazy? In the real world, that stuff is not happening. Sorry to break it to you. Not in heaven, hell, earth. It ain't happening. I got too much experience. I done seen too much in the real world. They not playing that shit. Okay? They shot a... I'm not even the one that touched the police officer when that situation happened. I just bust the windows out. Once again, she was off duty. And she drove her car. Maybe I'll be able to find that video. Let me see if I can actually find that video. I might can find that video. Let me see. I might can find it. I might can find it. Let me see. I might can find it. Yeah, this was it. Remember I told you this was the video. This was it. She drove her car through the motherfucking shit. We started standing on top of her car, then we flipped it over.
In Buffalo this evening, Allie Tui, 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Allie, for that update. Now, one woman remains in the hospital tonight after being assaulted during the protests on Saturday. Take a look at this video. It shows the driver in Niagara Square being pulled from her car and then attacked. Police at first said that
See her windows busted out? I busted out all the
she
windows.
possibly made a wrong turn. But that story has now changed. With the latest, here's 7 Eyewitness News reporter.
Busted out all the windows.
It's a moment when the protests in Buffalo Saturday appeared to take a violent turn. It seems like chaos really started after that. What you see here are multiple people on top of this car, smashing windows and jumping up and down. It all happened here in the middle of Delaware Avenue, right?
Let me see if I get the actual video though.
Confronted her and asked her testers, who they say.
That's us standing on top of the news vehicle right there. That's me right there in the gray. Literally. That's me right there. Standing on top of the Spectrum News motherfucking vehicle afterwards. That's after they shot at us. We did not run. That's me right there in the gray.
Actively trying to incite violence by trying to throw things at law enforcement. The one eyewitness writes me, after folks found out the source of the flying debris, they confronted her and asked her to leave. The crowd around her pleads that this is a peaceful protest. A chant starts for her to leave. The protesters make way for her to back up.
She was repeatedly revving her engine, and right as someone walked in front of her car and told her to stop and to back up, she hit the gas and ran into protesters.
Yep.
After that, police say the 29-year-old woman
woman was pulled from the car and beaten in
That's
the
me
roadway.
right there in the
She
gray.
remains at ECMC.
Had some people contact.
That's me in the gray. I'm telling you, like, this shit is a fact. Like, she hit my girl at the time with her car and shit. So I don't cap about nothing. She hit my girl with her car, hit my man's sister, instantly busted that back window out. Boom! Then busted the front window. I thought I busted the front window out first. It was the back window. Then busted out the front window. Then when it stood right on top of the news, that's me in the gray that you see kicking out the fucking front window. We drug her ass out that motherfucking car. You crazy as hell. Then I jumped right on top of the motherfucking news vehicle, and it was people I didn't even know that was from Buffalo recording it and shit and posting on Facebook. Like, why is he up there? He needs to get down. Like, shut up. Be quiet. Shut up. So yeah, bro, I don't know, bro. I think my comments is glitching though, so I ain't even gonna stay on here too long because I know it's people commenting. I think my comments is glitching. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I think my comments is glitching though, so it's like I ain't gonna stay on here, but I tried to get the actual full video when it first happened. Maybe I could find it on Facebook. It was so many videos being posted. Maybe I could find it on Facebook. This was so long ago. I don't know. Maybe I could find it on Facebook. Can I find it on Facebook? Let me see. Damn, I don't know if it's on Facebook. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, it's too many videos. I don't think I could find it. Let me see. Buffalo woman drives. Yo, good looking, King Z. Good looking, bro. I'm trying to find a video. Good looking, bro. Shout out to you. I don't think I could find it though, unfortunately. I was trying to show y'all. Fuck it. I don't think I could find it. I was trying to show y'all. Or maybe the comments not glitching. I thought the comments was glitching because it was so quiet in the comments on member only mode. Oh, let me try to change it. I knew something was going on. No wonder why. Oh, hold on, bro. That's my fault, chat. I knew something was going on. Yo, good looking King Z. Yo, chat, my bad. I had no idea. I was like, maybe my comments is glitching or something. Good looking for telling me that, bro. I did not know. I thought I was tripping, bro. I'm like, I know there's people talking. There's no way they ain't said a word yet. I thought I was tripping, bro. I'm like, there's no way ain't nobody said good looking for telling me that. I did not know, bro. Damn. My bad, chat. I thought that I was tripping. Yeah, that's my fault, y'all. I did not know that, bro. I was wondering what was going on with my chat today. I was like, why ain't nobody saying? I know somebody got something to say. I know somebody's saying something. What up, homie? What up with it? What up with it? Yeah, we just talking about, this very weird, strange situation happened with the president being, can we say allegedly shot at? All we know is that shots was fired, and the old boy walked away with no bruises, which is strange to me. I personally feel like, be honest with y'all, and I'm gonna say it again, that they should have made an example out of him. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Make sure I double tap the screen, like the live. I didn't know I had members only chat on. That's why y'all couldn't comment. That's just kind of strange to me though. We got another incident with somebody letting off some shots around the president and nothing happening to him. Okay. He ain't get slapped in the face. He ain't get kicked. This is what I'm saying. Like, bro, I gotta be just straightforward and direct. They gonna have to start making examples out of these type of people. Jay, that's mean. Oh well. They're gonna have to start making examples out of these type of people. I'm sorry. They're gonna have to start making examples. They should have whooped his ass. Call it mean, call it heartless. Shit. Yeah, stump on the like button. Make sure I stump the like button. The way that they should have stumped him. And like I said earlier, everybody's reaction was just weird to me. The fact that everybody was just sitting there and just chilling and just cooling and nobody is moving with a sense of urgency. Everybody's looking mad, relaxed. That was in the crowd. Like I should see people like jumping up, looking like scared and frantic and running around. Like I'm sorry, bro, but they got to start making examples out of people like that. That's just what it is. That's the only way to deter people from feeling like they could pull that same stunt. Like I'm sorry, bro, but I just got to be 100. Old boy should have got shot. They shoot niggas for less anyway. What are we talking about? They shoot niggas for less every single day anyway. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Like, I'm gonna do more research on the situation, okay? But they shoot niggas for less anyway. If y'all want me to start covering a lot of this, we just gonna call it hood news. I'm gonna start covering a lot of this shit because I know people like when I have certain topics like this. But I see niggas get shot every day for less than that, okay? They say people thinking They say people thinking differently because the gas, food, rent, etc. prices got people more stressed out than to care about what's going on with them. I mean, is that not a valid crash out then? I mean, is that not a valid crash out? You still can't be trying to kill the president, but I mean, I get it. I get the frustration. I mean, life happens, but you still can't be trying to kill the motherfucking president. Because that sets the tone to other countries that we just gonna allow some shit like that. And you could just get away with it. Nothing gonna happen. Like I've seen too many videos of people getting fucked up for a lot less. Like we was just going through for a lot less, which is playing around with the local police department. So the fact that old boy at least get a slap in the face, I don't know, bro. He's still alive. Yeah, that should have been taken more seriously. But wait till, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like if we want to look at this objectively, right? Let's just say let's not try to throw no conspiracy theories out there. Let's just say this whole situation is 110% real. It's not scripted. This wasn't planned. This wasn't staged. None of that. I should at least see him get a couple slaps to the face, kicks to the face, couple elbows, couple knees, slammed around. He should have got fucked up. Seriously, because like I said earlier, I'm gonna say it again. If I'm another country sitting back watching this, right? You know what I'm thinking? Oh, they can barely even handle domestic terrorists. Who's to say if we was to send sleeper cells to the United States? Was our trained special operatives who will wait until they have that call or it's that right time for them to do some craziness. If they can barely handle domestic terrorists and this is all they're gonna get is a slap on the wrist and just get handcuffed and took into jail, we could do whatever at this point. No, I got to start making examples out these niggas. Like, this is the United States. I mean, they already captured a whole nother president with no problem. They captured Maduro with no problem. They already offed another world leader in another country with no problem. Should have made an example out this nigga. The fuck? I'm just being real with y'all. shit. And obviously, I know that they're not gonna do this. Obviously, but I'm saying like I'm just giving an example. If they hung this nigga in front of everybody, that'll set the tone. Like, yo, if you do something that's gonna put the president or the government in danger, this will be you. Your ass will die. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't let no shots off near the president. We don't give a fuck if you was shooting in the air, shooting at the ground, shooting at yourself. Don't do that. Regardless of what the situation is. Don't do that. Don't do that. You gotta set the tone. And then, like I said, when I was watching the clips, like I was just going through the clips earlier, it was too much chill, laid back behavior. Everybody just sitting there. Oh, okay. What the fuck you? Somebody just was just letting off shots. Why y'all just sitting there still eating dinner? Like, bro, have you ever been in a real life situation where you done been on a scene where stuff like that happens? People are not that calm. I'm telling you, I'm not tripping. People are not that calm. People are jumping up and running wild and going crazy. People not just sitting like, oh, okay, shots was let off. Okay, no problem. Let me just look around and continue to eat dinner and I'm just chilling. That like this looked like some man. I'm not trying to sound like I'm never trying to sound like I'm on some conspiracy theory shit. It just looks weird. That's the best way I could put it. It was too calm for the people in the audience. I wasn't seeing enough jumping up, looking scared, or jumping on the ground or running. It was just a lot of, oh, okay, like, like this is second nature. Like even when the situation happened in 2024, everybody started motherfucking running. Everybody started jumping around and rolling on the ground and trying to get away. You mean to tell me government officials just sitting there like, oh, okay, well, oh, somebody let off some shots. Cool. Well, about this steak. This steak is medium rare. Like, what am I fucking looking at here? Did y'all see the clips? Do I gotta play them again? I know y'all seen some of them clips. Do I gotta? Should we go through some of them again? Maybe we should go through some of the clips again, so I can see what I'm talking about. The reaction was very strange to me. Very laid back, very chill. Very like this is just another day in the life. Very, very laid back reactions. Man, let me go through some of these. I'm just gonna go through a couple of them again. Why not? They should double tap the screen. Why not? It just seemed very chill to me. It seemed very normal. Let me see if I can find the videos of the guys that was in the audience. It seemed very chill, very laid back, very I'm not scared, very this is normal, like it was expected. Okay, very laid back. So this is, let me see. Like, look at the audience, just chilling. So about that dinner, about that drink, what am I looking at here? You see the CIA with assault rifles, and y'all just sitting in the audience cooling. Maybe I'm tripping. Everybody just chilling, just chill time, relax time. The audience just look at him. He just chilling. He recording it. Bro, he just chilling, bro. Am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I'm going crazy. Let me see if I can get a better angle. Maybe I'm losing my mind.
Back in Cali. It'll be always shocking.
Let's see. I want to see the vice president. Oh, this one they already escorted the vice president out.
This was an event dedicated to freedom of speech that was supposed to bring together members of both parties. Why do you?
Where's the vice president? Here we go. They got him out with urgency. He could barely get over the table. This is what I'm talking about. All this heavy ass gear on. Then watch the two that's about to run out. These big ass fucking clothes on. Barely could run. Look at them. Barely could move. What am I looking at here? You got a dude in the audience and they tell me somebody is shooting, sitting and recording, smiling. What am I looking at here, chat? Make sure you double tap the screen. Did y'all see the old boy in the audience just sitting and recording? He just sitting there like, oh, shots are let off? Okay. No problem. Well, see, about that dinner though, so my wine is pretty good. Steak pretty tender. He's just sitting there recording with a smile on his face. What am I looking at here? And then let's go to the actual guy who did the shooting. Right, let's go to this actual guy that did the shooting. Let's look at this goofy. Allegedly the guy who did the shooting. No black eye, no bloody nose. Don't look like he was beat up, no nothing. Just chilling, laying there. Just another day. Can I see him with some bruises? Y'all beat niggas up for less in the real world. I wanted to see him getting slapped around, stumped out, kicks. Like, I'm just being honest. Because y'all do niggas in the hood for worse for less. And you tell me he posed a threat to all of these government officials? He wasn't shot, beat up, no nothing. He's just laying on the fucking floor like nothing happened. Maybe I gotta try to look up some more body cam. Maybe they did beat his ass because he's just laying there like nothing happened, bro. He's just laying there like, oh, okay, no problem. Okay. Yo, spliffs. That's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to like come off wrong. You know, I'm gonna get them the benefit of the doubt. I'm just saying, y'all, I gotta keep it a buck with y'all. It just looks very strange to me. They fuck niggas up for less. I don't know if y'all heard me speak about some of the stuff that I've seen in my own observative reality. I've witnessed police officers beat your ass just for running from them. I got roughed up by a lieutenant on the west side just because I felt like he was harassing me because he was following me. The one time I was going to the store in 2015, this is when they used to have the strike force. There was like the local gang unit here. They ended up disbanding the strike force because they was doing a lot of illegal shit. The strike force basically followed no rules, no laws, no regulation, didn't follow policy, none of that. And I remember it was like 11 in the morning. I was going to the store to get a Dutch. And this officer was following me, right? I never forget, I had my brand new Jordan 13s on. It was like black, white, and red. I had some rock jeans on, a white tee, and a stocking cap. Okay? I'm walking to the damn store. I see this damn lieutenant following me, right? Now, mind you, it is a lot of gang activity in this area, and there was a war going on the west side around this time. And like I said, the strike force was specifically like the gang unit here. And when the officer put up next to me, he was just looking at me. He ain't say nothing though. And I'm just walking, but he just cruising next to me, just staring at me. I'm like, yo, what up, bro? I feel like this harassment. Like, what's good, bro? Like, I'm just going to get a Dutch. So as I was walking in the store, I grabbed my Dutch and I walk outside. This short ass, I didn't know he was a lieutenant. He jumped out his patrol cruiser, grabbed me up by my shirt, threw me all against the motherfucking little squad car. I'm like, bro, I ain't even do shit. He like, you want to see some fucking harassment? Now I'm harassing your ass. This some motherfucking harassment. You want to see harassment? I didn't even say any fucking thing to you. I'll show you harassment. I'm like, what is wrong with him? You got a Dutch wheel? Let me guess, you got some fucking weed or something? Bro, he was just being so petty. He put me in the squad car for like 2 hours in the summertime with the windows rolled up, then let me go. I'm just like, what the fuck? He put me in the motherfucking squad car, just had me sitting there looking around. I'm hot as hell. I'm like, with the cuffs tight as hell. Like, bro, I didn't even do nothing. This is literal harassment. What is this? Then he just let me go and was just like, oh, you can fucking go. Get the fuck. I guess he wanted to run my name and see if I had warrants, which I didn't. He ended up letting me go. Like, I'm like, okay, shit, cool, bad. I'm seeing situations where literally in my city where they will literally try to shoot you just for running from them or taking them on a high speed chase. I swear to God, you take the police on a high speed chase here, they will shoot your ass. You run from the police. They used to say that shit here too. Like, if you run from us, we gonna shoot you. I was speaking about this earlier when my nephew was like 15, 16 years old. He was just selling weed. Weed is legal here. The police hit the block. They blitzed. My nephew started running. My nephew got away. My nephew had hopped the gate and went to the next block. My nephew was hiding under a car. The police, right when they was about to leave, they just so happened to look under the vehicles. They see my nephew hiding in the car. They pulled him out and beat the shit out of him just for running. I was showing a video earlier with my friend Kente, right? I was just with Kente a week before this happened. I was just with the homie Kente, and they shot his motherfucking car up just for taking him on a high speed chase. But then they start saying, "Well, he shot at us. He shot at us." But if you from the city, you know all he did was take them on a high speed chase. Here go the video. Hold on, let me show y'all. I done seen them fuck niggas up for less. That's why I'm surprised old boy ain't get fucked up.
A 30-minute police chase is now under the microscope tonight. Buffalo police officers chase Kenty Bell across the Queen City before the pursuit ended in a hail of gunfire.
Today, police released body cam video they say shows what officers were seeing as that violent chase went on. News 4's Tara Lynch has that tonight. Tara?
Jackie and Don, Kente Bell is accused of leading police on a wild chase with bullets flying on March 29th. Police have now released this body camera video showing the intense pursuit and a shootout across several neighborhoods.
Maybe he did shoot their ass. I see a bullet hole. Never mind.
Chaotic scene that's uncontrolled at some points, but again, it doesn't.
But they shot my homie up.
What those officers.
They shot his ass
It all
up.
started because Kente Bell was stopped for tinted windows and a lapsed registration.
He is firing at any officer coming close.
Police Commissioner Joseph Gramalia says the pursuit shouldn't have even happened.
In that case, that should have stopped right there. That should not have continued on.
See? They not supposed to chase you here. They really not supposed to chase you. The police was shooting outside of their fucking cruiser. It was some Grand Theft Auto shit.
That stop is probably justifiable.
Bell's female passenger jumped out of the moving car at Military Road and Glore Street. Officers stopped and picked her up before continuing the pursuit. Ronaldo says those officers...
I don't watch them fuck niggas up for less. I know Kente. Kente was my homie, right? He used to just drive me wherever I wanted to go. He just used to want to be around me. If I said, oh, I need to go to the store, I need to go get some weed, I need to go get a Dutch, I need to go get some liquor, or I'm about to pull up on somebody, he would just drive me. I'm glad he didn't do that crazy shit when I was with him, okay? But the police was hanging out the motherfucking window shooting at his ass. So I don't know if they accidentally shot their own window, okay? But I know in my city, if you run from the police, they will shoot at your ass, okay? So that's why I'm saying if they will shoot at you just for running from them, just for taking them on a high-speed chase, okay? This is some of the aftermath when they were shooting at him. This is some of the aftermath. This is somebody I know very well. This is Kente. See, they hanging out the window, busting at him. But the police was wilding here. The motherfuckers was hanging out the window shooting. Like, I've seen it. In reality, in court, they just said all he did was run. All he did was take them on a high-speed chase. They still tried to kill his ass, okay? Okay, they was hanging out the window because it was people that was in the city that was recording what was going on. It was all over Facebook Live. This is my man's, mind you, right? These motherfuckers is hanging out the window. Boom, boom, boom. I'm talking about police is literally shooting through their windows, hanging out the windows, busting. Just because he took them on a high speed chase. And here in New York State, they're not supposed to take you on a high speed chase because they changed the law here. Because a few years ago, this officer was chasing somebody near the Amherst train station, and he ran into this one lady and killed her. The officer survived, but unfortunately, the lady died. So they changed the law and basically was on some shit like if you're on a high speed chase with people because the traffic here is too crazy, just to let them go. So my whole point is I've witnessed police officers fuck people up for less. Happened to me personally. When I was in central booking, that's before you go to court. That central booking is basically right. Say if you get arrested before say if you get arrested after 5 p.m. They put you in this holding tank. This is when you still got your regular outside clothes on. You haven't seen the judge yet. You haven't been charged with nothing. You haven't been arraigned. This is where they just hold you until court in the morning time. So if you get apprehended, if you get detained, right, then you could go see the judge. So say if you got detained around 9, 10 in the morning, you can still go to like 2 o'clock court, 4 o'clock court, etc. But once downtown shut down, you have to wait the next day to see the judge. If you got arrested at 6 in the morning, you can see the judge at 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning. So when I got detained, it was too late. I had to wait until the morning time to see the judge. So I'm just sitting there in my regular clothes. And this is when they was taking my picture and shit, doing my fingerprints. I was having a back and forth with one of the peace officers. The peace officers are not police officers or sheriff's deputies. They don't have no legal firearm. They don't have no mace, no nothing. They just got handcuffs. They like a peace officer is when you got the police officer training, but you still haven't became an officer yet. Yo, good look at Mikey. Good look at Mikey. Appreciate you, broski. So I was just having a back and forth disagreement with him. That's all it was. And the Buffalo police officers, one of the lieutenants, they jumped the shit out of me. It was state troopers in there, sheriffs and local PD and the peace officers. Just from me having a verbal back and forth, they beat the dog shit out of me. And it was on camera. And when I told my lawyer about it, because when I came to court, my face was bruised up the next morning, all type of shit. And what they did to me, right, after they beat my ass, right, they tried to George Floyd me. I talked about this before. They had me on the ground. They had their knees in my kidneys, jamming their knees, hitting their knees in my kidneys, like jamming their knees in my neck, punching me to the point where one of the officers was like, yo, okay, he down. He already handcuffed. Chill, y'all. That's how bad they was going on me, right? And then they stripped me down. They made me take my boxers off and only put shorts on. They took my socks, my shirt, everything, and put me in this cold ass motherfucking cell on my dolo until I had to see the judge in the morning. So when I told my lawyer, right, when my lawyer went and got the fucking cameras, the lieutenant who did that to me ended up losing his job. Cause my lawyer was asking like, what happened? I'm like, shit, they beat me up. Shit, they beat me up. So what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, they beat me up. They put me in this one little small cell when I was bleeding. They had me handcuffed the whole night to a bench. Literally had both my hands cuffed behind me. And on top of that, they put an extra pair of cuffs around the cuffs and cuffed it to the bench so I couldn't even get up. Like literally, they had me cuffed there until like 6, 7 in the morning. Like I'm just sitting there. Mind you, it's daytime. It's like 11, 12 in the afternoon. I'm just sitting there the whole day. To the point if I had to fucking pee, I had to keep on fucking screaming and asking them like to let me pee. Then they was still like, this is how hard it was going on. They still had me handcuffed, right? The little toilet right in there, and they had me in the cell with the camera so they could see me. I'm sitting there bleeding. I can't wipe the blood up. They came in, right? They uncuffed me from the bench. My hands still behind my back. They took me to the front of the toilet. And the male officers would put the front of my pants down and let me piss and then recuff me back to the motherfucking bench. And when my lawyer reviewed the cameras and seen us, like, oh, this is illegal how they treated you. This is inhumane. You're still a human being. They cannot just treat you like this. And the lieutenant ended up losing his job. And he got arrested for it. So my whole point was saying all of this. I've witnessed, whether it's with me personally or other people I know, police officers fuck people up for a lot less. I had a situation where somebody alleged that I had a gun on me. I was in a goddamn Arabic store getting some fucking food. And I came out the motherfucking store. I was surrounded by police. They let me see your fucking hands. Let me see your hands. Get on the ground. Face the ground. I got on the ground. They still roughed me up. Shit is on body cam. I'm like, yo, yeah, what up? What up? What up, bro? What up, coach? I'm like, yo, I'm on the ground. Why y'all roughing me up? Y'all told me to face the ground, put my hands up, don't look at y'all. I'm on the motherfucking ground. They still roughing me up. Telling you. So that's what I'm saying. Just from my own observative reality, just from the stuff that I've seen that they'll do to you just from running from them or take them on a high speed chase or them just thinking you got something on you, how they'll fuck you up. It's making me look at this situation with old boy. And I'm like, you telling me, right? He let off shots at the President's Correspondents Dinner. And he ain't get fucked up not even a little bit. Why is he getting special treatment? Make sure you double tap that screen. Why he getting special treatment? See, I would expect the government to make an example out of him. And I'm gonna keep saying it. Why is he getting special treatment? Because you play with local PD, if they even think that you're a threat, they will fuck you up in a heartbeat. They won't think twice, especially in New York. They're not going to think twice. They're not playing with you. All that body cam shit, they don't care. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to happen, right, if you do hire a lawyer, right, you hire an attorney to sue them, they just going to take the money from the city. The police going to be right back on the streets. It's not going to personally affect them. Or if a lawsuit happen, the city just going to pay it off. It ain't going to affect them. They're going to be right back on the streets like nothing happened. They don't give a fuck. So what I'm saying is, like, if situations like this is happening, right, examples must be made in front of the world so people can know if you put the president in harm's way, we're gonna fuck you up. It's not gonna be no playing with you, talking with you, and I'm surprised old boy ain't get shot or ain't get killed like they did the dude in 2024 that shot the president. Like after that situation, I'm just being honest with you. I would have thought they went way, way, way harder. And I'm just being real with y'all. I'd have thought they went way, way, way harder than that. Make sure I double tap the screen. That's why I said maybe it's just some special treatment, or maybe because it was eyewitnesses there, they ain't really want to put hands on him, put hands and feet on him, because they'll put hands on you in a heartbeat. Then watch this shit happen. I remember around 2017, I believe. I had just left court, and I'm in like the little holding tank when they about to take you back to the jail that you're supposed to be in. And this one guy spit towards one of the woman sheriff's deputies. He spit towards her. And she's like, "Did you just spit at me? Like, did you just try to spit on me?" And he woofing and talking all this gangster shit, right? Like, I'm a convict. Oh, I'm a convict. I ain't no inmate. I'm a convict. I've been to prison already. Fuck you. She said, okay. He was right next to me. Okay. His cell was right next to me. I remember I was getting into it with him. Me and my rest in peace to my my man's G5. Me and G5 was sitting there getting into it with him because we was handcuffed, but he kept yelling and screaming and hitting the wall. We started kicking the wall back like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Boom, boom, shut up, nigga. So he was already mad. So when the deputy walked past, he tried to spit on her. I'll never forget the one tall ass white boy came and looked at him in his cell, right? He walked back to where he came from. He came back with just a white tee on and black leather gloves. With the woman officer, the woman deputy, because deputies is different than officers. Those are sheriffs. They like the sheriffs is in control of the county. Police is control of your local area. The state troopers has got jurisdiction over the state. They came back, bro. I watched them. They took old boy out his cell, bro, and beat the dog shit out of him in front of all of us. And the woman deputy was stumping him in his motherfucking face. This man was screaming like a baby. Screaming to the top of his lungs, okay? Screaming like a fucking baby. I promise you. Screaming like a baby. What's all this? You a convict. When they beat my ass, I took it like a champ. I just told my lawyer. I ain't scream. I was just on the ground like shit, handcuffed, getting beat the fuck up. So that's why I'm saying, like, if I've seen local law enforcement agencies do all of that just over sheriffs or police officers, I would have expected them to do more over the president of the United States. What's all this favoritism? Make sure you double tap the screen. Make sure you like the live. If you got any questions, make sure you super chat your question. I've seen it happen for way less. Way less. Yeah, King Z, he was crying, bro. I'm like, what happened to all this? You a convict? You been in prison? All this high power shit you was talking. But he started screaming and crying, bro, when they was jumping him. When they jumped me, I took it like a gangster. I was just like, shit, fuck it. I still got permanent damage from that. My neck is still messed up from that. I got fucking nerve problems in my neck from that shit. Like, I've watched them do this shit. I watched this one dude who I went to school with. His brother was like a peace officer. It happened right in the same room that they jumped me. And it was the Spanish dude. He ended up suing the Buffalo police behind this shit. When he was in central booking, I probably could find the video. They jumped this man and dragged this man, right, through central booking with blood all on the motherfucking ground. He was knocked out and threw his ass in one of the cells and left his ass there bleeding. Just because he was having, let me see if I can find the video, matter of fact. Because I don't cap about nothing. Let me see if I can find the video. Let me see. I might could find it. Let me see. I might could find it. Let me see.
A Buffalo police officer is accused of assault in this latest lawsuit filed in Buffalo City Court against police officer Cedric Littlejohn.
No, not him. I've seen that officer before. Not that officer. Let me see if I can find it.
New at 6 years after Buffalo police shot a teenager during a chase, the city is now considering a multi-million-dollar settlement.
Told you.
Tonight, I-Team Chief Investigator.
Years after Buffalo police shot a teenager during a chase, the city is now
Didn't I tell you they would shoot you for running from them? I told you. You run from them, bro, they will clap you, bro.
A multi-million-dollar settlement.
Didn't I just tell you that? I never even seen this video. I was just telling you, you run from them, they will clap you.
That's who you are.
Let me see if I can find the video. It was in, let me see if I can find it. Maybe it's, this AJ from Central Park. I remember he got arrested. Let me see if I can find the video. When they beat the one dude, let me see, what should I type in? Buffalo man sues. Let me see. I might could find it. Let me see if I could find it. It was so long ago. I remember this shit went viral.
So tonight, due to a conflict of interest, a special prosecutor is now going to be handling an investigation into the actions of 2 Buffalo police officers. The officers were involved in the violent arrest of Quentin Suttles back on Mother's Day. This incident was all caught on camera. Tonight, 7 Eyewitness News reporter Hannah Bueller is following.
Up on Mother's Day, officers Ronald Ammerman and Michael Shue are...
See, let me show y'all a video how real this shit get. It's a whole different video. I'm telling you, I've seen this shit happen in my city. And I'm pretty sure y'all seen shit happen like this in y'all city. Watch this. It's a whole different video of a man suing the police.
County. The DA's office also says the assistant DA is a potential witness to this case. During that traffic stop on Mother's Day, officers Ronald Ammerman and Michael Shue are accused of using excessive force against Suttles. Suttles also claims he was sexually assaulted during the pat-down and says he was racially profiled by the officers. According to police, Suttles went the wrong way down a one-way street, and when they pulled him over, there was marijuana smell coming from the vehicle. Police allege during the pat-down, Suttles became combative and ignored officers' request to put his hands behind his back.
Didn't I tell you? Well, they will beat your ass for less. It happens here all the time. If you run from them, anything like that, have a verbal disagreement with him, yeah, they beating his ass. You see what I'm saying? I told y'all. And these are random videos that I didn't even know some of this random shit was happening. I've seen this shit happen so many times with people that I didn't even know. Is this it? I think this is it. Here we go. I think this is it, matter of fact. When they did it to the one nigga, right? This is right where they had jumped me at. I think I found it.
A Buffalo police officer accused of tripping an inmate in the city
Oh,
lockup
that's something
last
else.
year has been found not guilty. A judge sided with the defense today and ruled that Officer Joseph Hassett used appropriate force in taking
Oh,
down
never
the
mind.
inmate.
News 4's gunshots
I
was
thought that was the one video. Is this it video? I think this is it right here. This is where they jumped me at. I think I found it.
nearly
Watch this. I think I found it. If I'm not
3
mistaken.
years after the assault, we are finally able to show it.
7 Eyewitness News reporter Madison Carter is here to walk this video through with us. And
This is where they jumped me at in Central Booking.
We do need to warn everybody at home. This video is extremely graphic.
It's so graphic, Ashley, and we've described this assault that sent former jail attendants. But now you see here
Here we go.
Anthony
That's
Diaz
Jaskula.
walk in, followed by Sean Porter. You see him facing the wall there.
Right
And then
there.
you
That's a
see
peace officer. No, not that's a police officer. The one in the gray pants, he's a peace officer. He's not the police.
Officer Joshua Craig right here follows right behind him. Now take a look. This is Matthew Jaskula.
Here we
is
go.
the city
Remember I
lockup
told you Jaskula? This is somebody I went to school with, brother. Watch this.
attendant. Closes that door and he makes sure that
He
it's
got
locked
fired for
right
this
down.
too.
This is where it all starts. You see Jaskula grab Porter, toss him into this room, his shoulder busted.
I know
open.
that
You see
peace
Officer
officer right
Craig
there.
door
That's my
and he
man.
makes sure
He
that it's
cool.
locked behind him. This is where it all starts. You see Jaskula grab Porter, toss
This peace officer has always been cool with me. He always showed me love. But look how they did
into
him.
this room, his shoulder busts through that door, and you see Officer Craig follow behind, laughing and
Look.
smiling. Watch as he's tossed to the ground right here and dragged by his arms behind his back into a room. He's dragged feet throughout city lockup into another holding cell, and you can see here, we're going to show you another angle. As he's dragged into that holding cell, look at his head hit the door. Look at the blood. You can
Told
see
y'all.
in the room. He's dragged feet throughout city lockup into another holding cell, and you can see here, we're going to show you another angle. As he's dragged into that holding cell, look at his head hit the door. Look at the blood you can see on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there as his face hits that wall. All right, he's being dragged into the cell now. You can see Jaskula start to pat him down as they start to remove his pants. They toss his shoes out one by one into the hallway. Again, you see that pile of blood on the corner. And now he starts to pat him down. Watch, look at him standing in his blood here. You see that from when he was dragged into the room on his face. They remove his pants next, and now they unhandcuff him. Look at them. He places his hands up on the wall in this holding cell before they put a separate set of handcuffs on him. And they're restraining him here. You see, no fight. They're putting
Told
like
ya.
a spit guard over his mouth. You can see
Central Booking is where they jumped me at. There's one thing that doesn't make sense. Where's the metal detector? How he knew? I was saying that earlier. I'm like, you mean to tell me, right? Somewhere with these higher ups and these higher powers there, right? With these VIP people, it was no metal detectors. Like, are we not doing pat downs? How is he getting in there with a firearm? Makes zero sense. But before I even get into that, see, Central Booking is where they jumped me at. Okay, it was on camera the same way they did him. They jumped the shit out of me when I was in handcuffs. They did me worse. I was in handcuffs because I was having a back and forth with a peace officer. The peace officer are the one you see with the black shirt and the gray pants. I was having a verbal, all the peace officers there know me because when I was young, I kept going to jail, whatever. But I was having a back and forth, a verbal. It was just a verbal, okay? And literally the peace officer punched me. Then the lieutenant came from behind it. He was like behind his little curtain. And the state troopers, the lieutenant ran up on me, started punching me and elbowing me and kneeing me. They took me to the ground and was stumping me. Mind you, I'm in handcuffs. I'm already cuffed. I'm on the ground. The lieutenant, he was like 300 some pounds. He ended up getting fired after that. He was jamming his knee in my fucking neck. The other officer was hitting me with his knee in my kidney. Bro, they was jumping the shit out of me to the point where you know it's bad when one of the officers is like, okay, chill, y'all. He handcuffs. He good. All right, relax, chill. But that lasted for like a good 5-10 minutes. That's a long time getting beat the fuck up. It was like, I can't even count. 7 officers just beating the dog shit out of me just for having a verbal, just for talking shit back. That's it. So that's why I said, like, when I'm looking at this particular situation and I see that way that he was handled, it's just strange to me personally. Because I've witnessed them, whether it was with me or other people in my city, I've witnessed them fuck people up for a lot less. I witnessed them try to kill people for a lot less. I told y'all earlier, I know a situation. Shout out to Jennifer and shout out to Melissa. Jennifer's brother got killed, right? Jennifer's brother used to sell guns and shit here. And the police pulled him over. He hopped out the car and ran and they shot and killed him. Right in, I think it was Riverside. I think it was the West Side. Shot and killed him. Then around 2015, 16, the police pulled somebody over. They detained him. But before they detained him, they was getting into a scuffle with him. The police officer, it was on body camera, pulled out his gun and started pistol whipping the dude and shot him. And accidentally shot himself. When he was pistol whipping him, he shot himself in the ear. He lied and said that the dude shot him, so he used that as an excuse to shoot the dude. Almost killed him too. And then when they reviewed the body cam and they seen him pistol whipping him, when he hit him with the gun and he was bringing it back up, he actually shot himself in the ear. And then he shot the dude. But before that, before the body cam footage was released, he kept saying, oh, I shot him because the dude had a gun and shot at me or some shit. Yeah, he kept saying that. No, he had said the dude shot him in the ear. But when they looked at the body cam, he was pistol whipping the dude and actually shot himself. Then he shot the dude. So this is stuff that done happened, that I done seen happen multiple times in my observative reality from what I personally seen from my own anecdotal experience, that 12 will fuck you up over the smallest things. I was just telling y'all a story earlier. I'm gonna re-talk about it. Make sure, what up, Julie? Make sure I double tap the screen. I was telling you the story when I was about 18, 19 years old. They had a special gang unit here called the Strike Force. They specialized in like arresting gang members and gang investigations and getting you indicted or getting you a RICO charge. This was summertime 2015. I was young. I was like 18, 19 years old. I think I was like 18. Bro, it was like, I guess they was looking at me as if I was a gang member, but I was a gang member to be fair though, but whatever. It's still rules and regulations. It's still laws though. It's still a constitution. You can't just do what you want. And it's not about what you know, it's what you can prove. So when I was walking to the store on the west side, I'll never forget, I was coming off of West Street and I was going towards, what's the name of that street over there? I was coming off of West Street. The store is right at the corner. I'm trying to think of that intersection over there. But when I was walking to the store, bro, right, one of the strike force units, lieutenants, forgot his name, short lieutenant. Like as I'm walking, he's driving next to me, but just staring at me, right? So I don't say nothing, right? So before I walked in the store, I'm like, hey man, this is harassment. Like, what do you want, bro? I haven't done nothing. I haven't broke no law. Like, I don't got no warrants. Like, what do you, like, bro, this is harassment. And I just walked in the store. He just looking at me, right? When I come out the store, I got a Dutch. I was about to roll up. When I came out the store, he was out his police cruiser. Short-ass lieutenant. I didn't know he was a lieutenant at the time. Soon as I walked out the store, he grabbed me by my motherfucking neck, threw me up, literally rushed me into his police cruiser. He was like, I'll fucking show you harassment, motherfucker. I'll show you harassment. What are you, one of them fucking gangbangers? What are you, one of them gang members? And I have my Dutch in my hand. I'm like, yo, bro, I didn't break no law. Like, this is illegal, bro. You can't just go hands-on just because you're mad that I said something. The same way you tell me I have the right to remain silent, I got the right to talk. There's no law that say that I can't say that this is harassment. Do y'all not understand that? It's laws. It's a constitution that they swore to take an oath to uphold. You can't just do what you want to do to people just because you're angry or you're upset. That's not how the real world goes. So when he roughed me up and put me against the police cruiser, bro, I got my, what was, this was back then before we was smoking backwards. I had a, what is it called? A Bluntville. I had a blunt in my hand. He's like, what do you got, some weed or something on you? I didn't even have the weed on me. He put me in a police cruiser for like 2 hours in the summertime with the windows rolled up. He called some other units. They ran my name to see if I had any active warrants, if I was wanted for anything. I wasn't. Then after like 2, almost 3 hours, he just let me. I was like, now you can go. I'm like, damn, just because I said I felt like this harassment because you're following me and just staring at me like, my God, what the fuck, bro? So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, from my personal experience, they will get on that with you for a lot less, for the smallest thing, just for you saying something. And this is why they got rid of the strike force, because it was so many lawsuits, so many people suing the Buffalo police behind the strike force because they was doing all type of unconstitutional stuff. You cannot just yoke me up and put hands on me just because you feel like I'm a gang member. It's not about what you know, it's what you can prove. And this is the thing, right? You have to have something called reasonable, articulable suspicion. That means you either see me in the middle of the act of committing a crime, or you was tipped off from somebody that I just actually committed a fucking crime. You gotta have reasonable, articulable suspicion. Like you see me in the act doing it, or it was a call that was let out that told you I did something. And there's one other thing. If you don't have that, you cannot just violate me. That does not happen. You have to know the law. That is illegal. Okay? Just like you don't have to consent to searches and seizures. Now, if they pull you over and they smell marijuana, right, coming from your vehicle, or they see that you clearly look inebriated, like your eyes is red and they smell alcohol, now that's reasonable, articulable suspicion. They could pull you about the vehicle. They smell marijuana, or they see that you're a little inebriated. They can pull you about the vehicle. They have to have the reason behind how they do certain things, or it will get thrown out in court, and it could literally be a lawsuit. They can be sued, even though the city will just pay for it, and it won't really do nothing to them unless you personally sue them. If you personally sue them and they no longer have their qualified immunity, then it affects them. But a lot of times they know most of these street kids and street cats not gonna do all that, let alone they can't even afford a lawyer. So that's how they're able to violate you, because they know most of y'all don't know your rights. Most of y'all don't know the law. Most of y'all don't know the Constitution. The same way they tell you got the right to remain silent, you got the right to talk. They can't just beat you up because you talking shit. Now, if you make a threat towards them, like you're going to do bodily harm, then they could go hands on. But if you're just having a verbal, like, yo, shut up, then they can't just sit there and violate you. If y'all going to be playing out here in these streets, you have to know the law. You have to know your rights. You have to understand that it's a constitution that they uphold. It's laws, bro, and policies they uphold. Just like when they're on the clock, if you ask their name and badge number, they have to give it to you. It's a policy. I don't have to give you my ID unless, once again, you have reasonable, articulable suspicion. That's different. But if you don't, it's a game and rules that y'all gotta play by. If I'm a criminal, it's still rules that's set up for criminals to go to jail. I have to know the rules so I won't sit here and just can be easily violated and go to jail. You gotta know the rules, bro, if you're gonna play the game. So yeah, like a lot of people don't understand that. Like they can't just violate you just because they feel like it. Just because you say, oh, shut up or fuck the police. They can't just beat your ass, bro. Do you understand that? You have the right to freedom of press also. This stuff gets deep. So that means if I'm at a court building, right, I can technically record. Y'all can say you can't record in here, right? You can't record in this building, but that's your rule. That's your policy. Rules and policy do not triumph the law. It was a constitution that was made, and we have amendments that are made to protect us. So y'all can tell me, right, you can't record in this building. It's signs up that say you can't record. But if you want to be technical, I can record because you have the right to freedom of press. Okay? And this is why if you want to take it a step further, I think it's only like $300 to get your media credentials. They cannot violate you whether you got media credentials or not, because you could be your own separate entity. You could just say, I'm doing a story. I'm publishing something. They can't technically make you leave because you're recording. Because if they do violate you and arrest you, that is a lawsuit. Even though you're only gonna get like $10,000, but it's a lawsuit. We have rights. It's in the amendment to freedom of press. The same way with the Fifth Amendment, where you could plead the Fifth, as in you don't want to say anything on the grounds that what you say can and will potentially incriminate you or be used against you in a court of law. It's certain rules and regulations and policies that they must uphold. The reason why they must identify their name and their badge number, because say if the police officer beat your ass, right? You don't know his name, you don't know his badge number, you don't know his motherfucking the number of the squad cars, because all their vehicles got certain numbers on it, right? You don't know his name, you don't know his badge number, you don't know the number of the squad car, his body cam could have been off. How can you motherfucking press charges against them? Now, if you know his name and his badge number, right, that's all you need right there, right? If you know his name and his badge number, okay, and they violate you, it just makes it easier in court for your lawyer, for your attorney to be able to press said charge, because then they could just go request the body cam footage and then go over it, because your lawyer can get access to it and see if they violated your rights in any shape, form, or fashion. If they did, then you can personally sue that officer, not the police department, and he will no longer have his qualified immunity, and he'll take it out his check. Okay? You can take it out his check. So yeah, you just gotta understand that. So like that's what I'm saying. Like I've witnessed them violate, and y'all probably seen it in your own city and state. I just seen a situation happen in New York where I'm just gonna say allegedly they say somebody had a gun on him, right? But dude had his hands up. He was just sitting there. He had his hands up. The police still shot him like 15 times. I just seen this video. Then I seen a video in Florida, right? Now anybody that live in the South know that they have legal firearms. And in places like Florida, and I believe it's like in the Carolinas, like South Carolina, North Carolina, you no longer even need, right, something called a concealed to carry license or a gun permit. You can literally just go to the gun store and purchase a firearm. So I'm not even saying the sheriff is wrong in this situation, because somebody that they was trying to detain, right, during a traffic stop, he was at a gas station. He pulled over to the gas station. He got out the car, and he was talking to him. He was talking to the sheriffs, and he had a legal weapon on him. They beat the dog shit out of him just for having it. They beat the shit out of him. They beat him so bad to the point he started throwing up on himself. Dude was on the ground laying on his stomach, right? They didn't realize he was knocked out. So they stomping him in the head and punching him and all this other shit like, put your hands behind your back, put your hands behind the back, push your hands behind the back, right? And dude was knocked out, sitting there asleep. And he was throwing up. So he literally couldn't move. He was like having a seizure. He's just sitting there throwing up. So then they like, oh, okay, chill. Then they took the gun off him. But it's like, dude already knocked out. How y'all mad at him? Y'all beat the shit out of him. Dude went to sleep. Everybody know you get hit the wrong way in your jaw, bro, you're going to go to sleep. Let me be honest with you. Or you get hit the wrong way in your temple, you're going to go to sleep. Okay? You're going to go to sleep. You're going to go to sleep. That's just what it is. They beat the shit out of him. So that's why I'm just saying, like, when I'm looking at this situation with old boy, right? When I'm looking at the situation with this guy and what's going on with him, rather he was letting shots off at the president or in the president's vicinity, and he didn't get a slap in the face or a slap in the back of the head. They didn't kick him in his ass. It's just kind of strange to me, bro. This is different. I'm used to law enforcement fucking you up, bro. No, you can't. You still need a background check. Live in South Carolina. All it is that you don't need a concealed carry. Okay, that makes sense. What's your name? Kraken. That makes sense. I knew it was something. If they had changed some type of law, I knew it was something. We got 300 people here today. Now make sure I double tap the screen. Make sure I like the live. Let's try to get to 100 likes. Let's get the likes up, bro. If y'all got any questions, y'all know y'all can send like a $5 cash. Super chat, whatever the case may be. Make sure y'all get y'all memberships also, because we break shit down on this side of YouTube the way that most YouTubers don't break it down. What you mean they not wrong for that? Okay, maybe they was a little wrong. Okay, I think there was a lot of wrong, because when I watched the full body cam from all angles, dude was already asleep. But I don't think they knew he was asleep. I think that they genuinely thought that he was resisting arrest and he was trying to go for the gun, but he was laying on his stomach asleep. And they was kicking him and punching him and like, give me your hands, give me your hands. He's going for the gun. I'm talking about the Florida sheriffs was whooping his ass, but dude was asleep. Dude was already asleep. He was just laying there, bro. They was kicking him in his face and punching him in the head. Then when they seen that he was throwing up, he was just laying there knocked out. Then it was like, all right, chill, y'all, chill. He's out. And they took the gun off him, but he was already asleep, bro. So this is my whole point. What I'm trying to explain to y'all is, right, we got to use some critical thinking here. If some of y'all probably even done seen in your local city, your local state, right, the level that the government will take just for you posing a threat to the local PD or the local sheriffs, right? It's kind of crazy to me that somebody could pose a threat to one of the faces of the government. And when I looked at him, he ain't looked like they even slammed him or slapped him around or nothing. It's just kind of surprising to me. Like, and I'm not trying to sound like no conspiracy theorist because I think a lot of conspiracy theories nowadays be bullshit. But, bro, come on. Hold on, bro. This is the dude who did it, bro. Like, we got to use some critical thinking here, bro. He ain't got a mark on his face. This jester, he ain't got a mark on his face, a bloody nose, a black eye, a busted lip, no type of blood. Look like he just, no, nothing. When the police will whoop your ass for less, so he could pose a threat to the president and he don't get his ass beat, but you could talk shit to the police and they'll beat your ass. He could shoot and let off shots in the same building as the president. Where's the metal detector? Was he not searched properly? Like, it's a lot of questions that need to be asked. Like, how is this even happening? Are there no such thing as metal detector? I'm confused here, bro. I'm sorry. I'm confused here, bro. Make sure y'all double tap the screen. Make sure y'all like the live, bro. Let's get the likes up. I'm just a little confused there, bro. I'm gonna be all the way honest with y'all. Like, was it no metal detectors? Did they not properly search him? You know, not only do they usually have metal detectors, they got the little wands that they use to kind of, you know, like the little wands they got. It was nothing. Nah, I'm just telling you, that's weird to me. I'm sorry, bro. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm bugging. If I'm bugging, chat, y'all can tell me. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But usually in the real world, if they even think you got a gun on you, they will shoot your ass. You run from them in certain cities and states, they will try to shoot your ass. For a fact, they do this shit in New York all the time. I can't even tell you the countless stories in New York where I've seen people even walking away from the police and they get shot. I just seen some shit like that happen like 4 or 5 months ago. The police got called to an alleged domestic violence call, and dude was walking away from 12 when they was talking to him. And the one officer backed right up, boom, 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 boom. Shot his ass. So that's why I'm like, damn, bro, I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, we gotta make examples out of people like that. Because the whole world is watching shit like that. Y'all gotta make examples out of people like that. And once again, I said this earlier, I'm gonna say it again. This sounds like an extreme. Obviously, I'm being a little sarcastic. But if they would have hung that nigga in front of the world, I guarantee you it would deter a lot of people from trying to attack the president or potentially put the president's life in danger, especially after what happened in 2024. Okay? Guarantee you, I'm just hypothetically speaking, this is an extreme because obviously nowadays the modern lynching is when they shoot your ass. If they would have fucked him up in front of the world, okay, that'll let a lot of people know in our local cities and states, if you try to put the president or any government official in harm's way, this is what's going to happen to you. We're going to make an example out of you. You ain't just going in handcuffs. You're going in a body bag. Okay? You're going to get a toe tag. That's just what it is. Because I said this earlier and I'm going to say it again. If I was another country that was thinking about trying to do some bullshit to the United States, and I'm sitting back observing this, I'd be like, wow, you mean to tell me, right, this is how they're handling domestic terrorists? He just basically damn near got a slap on the wrist. They didn't kick him in his ass. They didn't shoot him, no nothing. And he potentially was a individual that was posing bodily harm to the president, like he would assassinate him. This is all he get. Oh, well, we could just put sleeper cells in their local cities and states. Once again, sleeper cells are trained special operatives who sit around and wait to get the call to be able to so they can be able to do some bullshit, basically, some type of terroristic bullcrap. I would be, if I was in another country, I'd be watching. It's like, oh wow, this is how they handle domestic terrorists. Okay, let's just put some sleeper cells in their local cities and states, and then whenever we make that call, let them go crazy. Another thing I noticed when Trump came back on stage, he already had a script to respond to the incident that just happened. He was looking down, reading. Who wrote the script that fast? Really? Hold on, we gotta think about that. A black man was lynched this year in D.C. and no news channel talking about it. What? Yeah, I think there's two people who got lynched. A Mexican dude got lynched too. I didn't know that. In D.C.? I didn't even hear about that. In D.C.? I ain't gonna lie, I didn't hear about that, but that's a good point. Another thing I noticed when Trump came back out on stage, he already had a script to respond to the incident that just happened. He was looking down, reading. Who wrote the script that fast? That's a good question. Now we're doing some critical thinking here. Now we're doing some actual critical thinking here. That's a good question. Who wrote the script that quick? The chat be on it. It was behind the police station. That's a good question. Who wrote the script that quick? Good question. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not no conspiracy theorist. Okay, I'm gonna chalk it all up that this stuff is real and it wasn't staged and it wasn't scripted, but it's just kind of some strange stuff that people gotta actually do critical thinking. Like it's just a little weird. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm definitely not trying to push no, oh, this was a conspiracy, this was set up, this was staged, this was scripted. All I'm saying is it was something weird. Dude is wearing an IDF sweatshirt in another picture. Let me look it up. Really? Hold on. Let me look it up. IDF sweatshirt in another picture. Hold on. Let me do some research. What was his name? Do we know that? Oh, Cole Allen. That was his name. Let me look him up. Cole Allen. Let me see. Cole Allen, shooter. Let me look him up. Cole Allen. Cole Allen, shooter. Cole Allen. Yeah, I said he had an IDF sweatshirt. Let me look him up. I think I see it, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm tripping. So this is one of these domestic terrorists, basically. One of these fucking extremists. So were they alleging that he shot at the president or he was just shooting inside the building? Like, what exactly did this fucking maniac do? Because you're going to get some time in jail for something like that. I'm looking it up right now. You're going to get some. Let me just type it in. IDF sweatshirt. Let me see. Oh, I see it. I see it. This what y'all talking about. I see it. Oh, the chat is on it today. This what y'all talking about. Okay, I see it. So was he supposed to be some wannabe sleeper cell? But this is crazy because at the end of the day, right, the reason why I'm saying this is crazy because President Trump don't hide that he fucks with Israel. Like, he doesn't hide it. So that's why it's just weird. It seemed like he's trying to start some fake beef between Israel and the United States because it's a known fact that President Trump fucks with Israel. If I'm not mistaken, I think, ain't he Jewish or something? That's why we got to be careful with some of these freaking extremists. They trying to start some type of battle or some type of war because the United States is a known fact. They fucks with Israel. Wasn't President Trump over there with like the yarmulke kissing the wall? Like that's the Jewish culture belief. He's a sleeper cell. He looks like the guy who attacked Sneeko. Oh, I just seen Sneeko got attacked. Yo, this is why streamer, right? It's a setup. He trying to start. See, I'm not. We got to do critical thinking, right? Israel fucks with Trump. They fuck with the United States. They do a lot of business, right, with the United States. Okay, they do a lot of business with the United States, right? A lot of the presidents was Jewish. They all fuck with Israel. You know, that's just it's just their culture. It's like their belief or their religion, whatever you want to call it. So it seemed like he's just trying to start like that. Like that's a way. That's like I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? Let me get a little street with y'all, right? What I was saying too much when I was a blood, right? When certain bloods was going to war with certain Crip neighborhoods, they used to purposely wear blue bandanas and wear all blue, and let's just say go start issues with them to throw them off and make them think, oh, another Crip set is beefing with us when the whole time it was Bloods. I've seen this shit. That's what I instantly just thought about. That's what I instantly just thought about. When certain blood neighborhoods used to beef with certain Crip neighborhoods, they used to literally put on all blue and blue bandanas and go in their neighborhood and try to, let's just say, start altercations with them. That's the way I could put it in layman's terms, if you could read in between the lines. When they was going to go do something, they would dress up as their enemy, okay, to throw them off. So they'd be distracted and be confused, like, why the fuck would another Crip neighborhood come slide on us when we're cool with them? That's what they would do. So do I personally believe Israel has something to do with this? Absolutely not. Because Trump is always with the president of Israel. He's always in Israel. He always got the little yarmulke on. I believe that this is just, like you said, a distraction, okay? It's a distraction. Make sure you double tap the screen. We should have been at 100 likes by now. Let's get the likes up. Get the likes up. Make sure you just double tap and hit that like button. I believe this is just a distraction to try to get the United States to have some type of issue with Israel. That's what he's trying to do. This is what I'm saying. Like these type of maniacs, hopefully they give him life in prison. Hopefully they give him like 50 years, 60 years. He should have been killed, in my opinion. I know that sounds a little harsh, but because you're trying to start an unnecessary war, bro. And we don't need more of our military soldiers risking their life, potentially dying over something that could be avoided, bro. I don't respect that because you got a lot of these United States soldiers who are already putting their life on the line each and every day to serve the country for whatever reason. We don't need more innocent lives potentially being took over nothing, bro. We don't. We don't need more innocent lives potentially have to go to war and fight more battles and more moms and families mourning a loved one. Like, that's stupid, bro. Just the object should be to avoid wars, avoid death, avoid confrontation, okay? Like, seriously. The Israel lady who helped to re-elect is the same lady working in college. Exactly. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the United States, this is like, you can Google it. This is a known fact. This is like a no-brainer. Like, the United States been fucked with Israel. Like, this is nothing new. They've been. A lot of the presidents is Jewish. A lot of the people that run the United States is Jewish. Like, what the hell? They've been locked in for years. Like, this is nothing new. That's why I could look at this guy and just see, like, this is just some bullshit distraction. But yeah, he trying to create some fake-ass beef and some fake-ass war and trying to get the United States people to be like, oh, my God, we got problems with Israel. No, we don't. Don't fall for it. No, we don't. Don't fall for it. That shit is cap. That dude just crazy. That's what these extremists do. These extremists are literally out of their mind. But like somebody said earlier, right? A lot of people are going crazy due to the cost of living. When it rather is like rent, food, whatever, household appliances. A lot of people are going crazy, bro. Seriously. A lot of people are just losing their fucking mind. I'm telling you. You got these people stressing out because they feel like they can't survive on top of some of these people. I'm guaranteed he used some type of drug or be drinking. These people are out of their mind, a lot of these people. This is why I be telling them when you're out in public, you got to be careful. And I remember I was having this conversation with y'all last summer. Some of y'all new to my channel. And I was telling y'all that a lot of domestic terrorist things was gonna start happening. We was talking about this last July when they tried to say that the United States bombed somewhere in Israel, and everybody thought I was just talking. See, because y'all don't understand that I got ties to the military. I know a lot of people in the military, and that's where I was directly getting information from. And it was telling me like the United States people just need to be careful. It's something called like what's it called? Soft something areas, which is basically places like the beach, where a lot of people will gather, and you don't see people with body armor, and usually people don't got weapons on them. It's places like that that'll be targeted. I was saying this last summer. I forgot the exact name of it, but I was getting this intel from individuals that was actually in the military that I know that I went to school with and grew up with that was just warning me like y'all just got to be a little bit more careful because there's some shit going on behind the scenes that the civilians don't know. And then didn't just like a month or two ago some African dude or Somali dude, some shit like that, some immigrant shoot like 15, 20 people. I believe it was on the West Coast. I was just telling y'all last summer to be careful going to like certain parties and bars and gatherings and clubs because it's real right now. If you don't think it's sleeper cells in America, you're crazy. I'm not saying you can't have no fun, but you gotta be on point. Even being on point, going places like gyms and shit, because you never know if one of these immigrants is over here on some bullshit. Yeah, this shit just happened. I think this year, didn't a mass shooting just happen on the West Coast? And some dude had some weird ass. I think he was another one that had some weird shirt or hoodie on. Like it was some. I think he was like some type of one of them extremist Muslims, one of them ones that's just crazy and bugged out. And I was just having this conversation last summer. I'm like, y'all gotta be careful going to certain places right now. I'm not saying you can't have no fun, but you need to be on point. You need to have legal firearms. You need to get some type of training from some type of professionals. You need to have your head on the swivel, especially if you with your woman and your family, like your children, whatever. You just gotta be on point. I'm not saying you can't have no fun, but you gotta play chess. You gotta keep your eyes open right now. Okay, because sleeper cells is a real thing, and if you don't know what sleeper cells is, I suggest you do some fucking research. And this ain't no fear mongering content. This is just real life. If you see local gangbangers when shit get real, they go to war with each other and be shooting up the neighborhoods and selling drugs and kidnapping people and raping. You think something won't happen on the government side of stuff when there's wars popping off and places being bombed, and you think they won't try to take it there? Like we got to use critical thinking. If local gang members are hop on bullshit when something happened in their neighborhoods, you think people that are trained, that actually train like military special operatives, sleeper cells won't hop on some bullshit? If gang bangers who don't even have the resources or training behind them will, but we got to do critical thinking. We got to do some critical thinking here. Of course they will, bro. It's not when it's gonna happen. It's not if it's gonna happen. It's when. It's a matter of time. So when I'm seeing shit like this happening, it don't even surprise me. Because I was warning a lot of my audience last year when the whole situation happened with Iran. I'm like, y'all just be careful going places. Because you never know what might happen in response to that. Just be careful, bro. Just keep your head on the swivel. Be careful going into certain places in certain areas where there's a lot of people gathered up in one specific place. And we got to use critical thinking. If these motherfuckers tried to kill the president in 2024, we had these extreme political people who've lost their mind, right? You don't think nothing else will happen? We already had a fucking crazy, psychotic, schizophrenic, drugged out, drunked out, crazy person try to kill the president in 2024. You don't think it could potentially be sleeper cells over here that's seeing this and think like, oh my God, I could potentially try some shit. This is why, and there's no offense, I be careful being around some of these people with these extreme radical religious beliefs or political beliefs or some of these immigrants, because you never know who's on some bullshit. Just being honest with you. So when people be getting mad at ICE, okay, you shouldn't be mad at ICE, because at the end of the day, it's something deeper going on than what people think. Okay? Something deeper going on when people think to why they going so hard trying to get these immigrants out. Because they're looking for sleeper cells. I'm telling y'all, I got this direct intel from people that work in these agencies. They not, see, y'all think that they just trying to be mean and oppress the people. They're not. Because if that's the case, don't y'all think they would have been doing this type of shit going this hard? It's because they're trying to potentially get rid of sleeper cells or people who may be connected to certain cartels that's trying to incite more violence over here and bring more guns over here, bring more drugs. I mean, we already got enough problems in the black community as it is, as far as gang banging and killing and drug dealing and rape and murder and all this crazy shit. That's just the honest to God truth, bro. The civilians just don't know that. They trying to get rid of sleeper cells and potential threats that could cause domestic terrorism attacks. That's just what it is. So when you understand why they going so hard and they on edge, because you gotta understand they keeping up with what happened in 2024 and then what just happened within the last couple of years with all these mass shootings happening with people that be from foreign land. I just seen a video, right, with some dude that was from the Middle East. He ended up getting killed, right? When the police pulled him over, right? They're like license and registration. He's speaking a different language, but then he starts saying some shit like, oh, I'm from the Taliban, I'm from the Taliban. Y'all probably seen this video. He pulled out a gun and shot the first cop. And it was another officer on the passenger side of his window, and he shot and ended up killing him. This is what I'm saying. Sleeper cell. Stuff happens in real life, bro. Like, you just got to be conscious. It's not no fear mongering. You just got to be on point and conscious of what the fuck is going on in the real world. These people are crazy. These people are radical extremists, okay? And like, fuck with the American Muslims, but a lot of these Middle Eastern Muslims, they be crazy, bro. They believe in martyring themselves, as in blowing themselves up, because they believe when they die, they're gonna have 100 women virgins and 100 little boys pouring them out wine and liquor, all this crazy shit. Like, don't get me wrong, I rock with my Muslims with certain things, but like, we gotta stop. They believe in that shit, martyring themselves and blowing themselves up and sacrificing themselves and all this. The Middle Eastern, Afghan, Iraq, Iran, that's how they be rocking, bro. Be honest with you. You don't really see American Muslims doing no crazy shit like that. Be real with you. We gotta be 100. That's just what they believe in. We gotta be 100. That shit is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Extremist, radical, extreme Muslims, they be on that bullshit. That's just what it is. You can look up videos seeing it. I've heard stories from veterans that was in the military that spoke about how when they was over there, they used to watch. Like this one dude that was in the Navy. He was like a Navy SEAL. He was talking about it on, I believe he was on the podcast, on the Sean Ryan podcast, and was speaking about how when he was over there, it was this one guy in the street, and he had all these kids around him and mothers and shit all like circled around him. Next you know, he just pulled the thing and blew everybody up. Like, this is what they believe in, bro. I don't believe in that crazy, sick ass shit, but that's how they be rocking, bro. Some of these immigrants and all that shit, bro. Just being honest with you. This motherfucker survived more shots at his head than 50. Yo, y'all don't take that serious. Y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all gotta stop, bro. Come on, bro. So yeah, that's why they going so hard right now, bro, with ICE and all that. They're just trying to get rid of sleeper cells and potential threats, bro. That's just what it is. So that's why you can't always be too quick to just jump up and be like, oh my God, why are they doing that? When you understand what's really, really, really going on, then it'll make sense to you. They're just trying to get rid of sleeper cells and potential threats that could cause some type of domestic terrorism. That's just what it is. Like, that's just me being 100 with you. You never know who the fuck it is. Simple as that. And when they know what's going on behind the scenes, you know what's going on with them, quote unquote, beefing with other countries and all that, of course you can be skeptical. You would too. It's the same way. If you was from a specific neighborhood and you have murder beef with another neighborhood, you have your head on a swivel too. If anybody come in your neighborhood looking like an opposition, your head would be on a swivel too. If you lived in Chicago, with the amount of gun violence they got out there, You'll be on point too. If you knew, look at the whole Chicago scene, right? At the height of the war around 2014-15, when the black disciples was beefing with the gangster disciples, if anybody came in your neighborhood and they looked suspicious and you know y'all got murder beef, and it was more killings, murder, and death in Chicago around that time than it was in the actual military, okay? Do y'all remember that? Y'all had to be on the swivel too. You live somewhere like damn Chicago. You don't know who owns some goddamn bullshit, especially if you from one of them damn neighborhoods. Y'all had to be on the swivel too. Yeah, that's why they called it Chirac, because it was literally more murders around that time in Chicago, Illinois, than what it was in Iraq and other places. You have your head on the swivel too. So is the government wrong for having their head on the swivel? The same way guys in their local city have their head on the swivel when they know that they fucking beefing with other neighborhoods. If you was from O Block, right? If you was from O Block, Front Street, Lamron, one of the BD neighborhoods, and you knew that y'all was beefing with all the gangster disciples, and there's more gangster disciple neighborhoods, right, than there are black disciple neighborhoods. Your head to be on a swivel too. The BDs is literally surrounded. You'll be a little paranoid too. When cars are just riding by or suspicious people come in the neighborhood, especially when y'all know that y'all in a gang war, that war has lasted longer than a lot of the Italian mafia wars that happened. Okay. That war with the gangster disciples and the black disciples, this is a known fact, has lasted longer than some of the Italian mafia wars that they had. With other fucking, when certain Italian mafia families will war with each other. That's how real that shit was, bro. And it's low-key still going on. It's been what, 15 years? Literally. It's been down there 15 years since this shit started popping off around 2011, 12. It's been almost 15 fucking years. And they still warring with each other. Come on, bro. So put yourself in the government shoes. If you know that it's real right now and y'all got shit going on that the public don't know, you'll be paranoid too. That's just what it is. You'll be paranoid too. You'll be thinking there's potential sleeper cells here and be wanting to potentially get them out your country also. But at the end of the day, we just got radical extremists, bro. These religions and these political beliefs on top of the stress of people, on top of the stress that people got when it comes to just being able to survive, rather it's rent and gas and food and clothes and household appliances. These people is going crazy. On top of some of these people are using drugs and constantly fucking drinking to cope with the pain of what they got going. These people are losing their fucking mind, bro. Like, it's okay to get political, but you shouldn't get political to the point where you want to kill people. That's when you going like, you on some psychotic shit, bro. It's like, that's how Charlie Kirk lost his life, because a radical extremist because of their political beliefs. Like, that's going too far. You literally bugged the fuck out. Like, something's wrong with you. It's not that serious. Just because somebody got their own belief system. I talk to people with their own belief system on TikTok all the time that I debate with. That don't mean that I want to fucking fight them. I want to harm them just because one person might be a feminist. One person might be some type of leftist or some type of liberal. Who gives a fuck? That don't mean that you deserve to get killed. That's crazy, bro. Okay? That's taking it too far. That's going way, way, way too far, but it's not that serious, bro. You bugged out. When religion and politics intertwine, it's a problem. That's why you got to be careful with that type of stuff, bro. Like, I've had conversations with some very well-known, prominent individuals that's political or got different type of misandrist or misogynistic or red pill ideology and liberal leftist. That don't mean I want to harm you, bro. Just because we're having a fucking debate and we got different belief systems. Now, we don't live in a world where everybody's gonna agree with each other. What is wrong with you? It's not that serious, bro. Okay. Yeah, that one thing people need to change, not trying to hurt or kill. I've seen this stuff happen. I'm pretty sure some of y'all seen stuff happen over people's political beliefs in real life. Like, y'all beefing and fighting over because y'all got different beliefs? No, y'all bugging. Y'all now y'all taking it too far. It's not that serious. You bugging out. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You taking it too far. It's not that fucking serious, bro. That's why I personally don't identify with a Republican or a Democrat. Like it's not that serious to start wanting to literally have beef with people. Okay, like relax. Get the lights up. Make sure I double tap the screen, bro. We had a lot of people slide into this live today. Yo, YouTube, we back, baby. Like I've been in the cut, but we just got to keep it real. That's why people rock with me because we just keep it 100. Like some of y'all need to calm down, bro. Like some of you people is like mentally ill and trying to get into politics and religious debates and all this craziness. Then you want to literally harm people just because they don't believe what you believe. That's like me wanting to have beef with you because I don't all the way believe in Christianity. So now I want to fight you. That is the dumbest shit I heard in my life. I'm like, oh, I don't like you because you're a Republican. I don't like you because you're a Democrat. I don't like you because you're a liberal. Let's fight. What the what? Are you fucking smoking crack? It's not that serious, bro. What's wrong with you? Well, I don't like him because he has a different religious ideology. What? What do you. Is that serious? Well, I'm going to shoot and kill Jay just because I don't like his belief system and he has a different belief in politics or religion. So now it's beef. Bro, are you serious? This is what I'm saying. Some of these people should, like, mental illness is a real thing. Y'all got to understand that. That's mental illness. That's not normal. This shit is, that's abnormal. That's abnormal. That's like trying to take it on some gang shit. That's what gangs be doing with each other. Like, oh, since he's from this neighborhood, he got a blue flag on. I got beef with him, or he got a red flag, a green flag, a yellow flag. It's beef. That's stupid. As you get older, you start seeing how ridiculous that shit be. It's dumb. Well, I don't like him because they wear red flags over there and we wear green flags. What? So now it's beef. We're gonna kill each other. You're a fucking moron. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Because as long as a person is still genuinely a good person at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? As long as the person mean well and they still a good person, who cares, bro? I could give a fuck if you was an atheist or Christian. It don't, like, as long as the person genuinely still mean well, who cares? But that mean I want to fight with you just because I don't agree with you? That's the most ridiculous shit I heard in my life. I'm sorry. If y'all believe that that's normal, that's you. But yeah, like the whole situation is a little weird, y'all. I just have to speak on it, bro. It's just weird, bro. Like it's just weird. Like everybody is not cut to be in these politics and all this. Like I don't agree on everything President Trump say or do. Does that mean I just want to harm him? No. What like that's crazy to me. I don't believe in everything that the fucking government do as far as governors or politicians or police officers. Does that mean I just want beef with them? No, that's ridiculous. Like that's like me like, oh well, since you're a police officer, I hate you. I just want you to die. That's like some type of mental illness. Because guess what? If my mother or my sister was out and about in public, right, and some man victimized them or violated them in any shape, form, or fashion, and I wasn't there and I didn't know about it, I would want the local PD to pull up and protect them. What are we talking about? If I have 5 daughters, 10 daughters, and I knew that they was out and about in the real world, and let's just say somebody tried to snatch one of your daughter's purse or tried to punch them or kill them or rape them, human traffic them, wouldn't you want the police to be able to save them? Like, we got to start being realistic, bro. Like, that's like me be like, I don't like the firemen. What? Because they got a different belief system. So, if my house was burning down, wouldn't I want them to pull up and be able to save me? But this is what I'm saying. People get radical and take this shit to an extreme to the point where it's like a mental illness. Okay? It's like a mental illness. Make sure I get the likes up, man. We got 100 likes today, bro. Make sure I get the likes. That's like a mental illness. Like, no, I don't like the fire department because I don't like how they dress. And they believe, I don't like that they believe that they supposed to save lives and run in fires and put their life in jeopardy and potentially be took from their family. I hate them. What type of radical mental illness, extremist belief system is that? Are you sick in the head? Like, you got to really start looking at some people like, are you slow? Did you smoke something today? Are you drinking goofiness? Like some of y'all be smoking goofiness, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like some people should not be allowed. Like they should do like a some type of way where they do like a mental evaluation before they allow people to consider themselves Democrat or Republican. They should make you have to go through a psych evaluation. They should test your IQ. Okay, we definitely need a mental wellness check in the station in America. I'm telling you, bro. But we go through things we have to need for safety and healthcare. I agree with that. Exactly. That's so crazy to me, bro. Like that's so crazy. Like see, this is what I'm saying. Why people need to change these weird belief systems, right? If your mother was out in public and some dude punched your mom in the face, would you not want nobody to call the police to save your mother and protect your mother or your daughter or your sister, your grandmother, your auntie, your niece, your woman cousins? Or would you want them to allow your family member to be victimized because in your belief system, oh, I don't give a fuck about the police. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Delete the make you take an IQ test before you can vote. Exactly. That's what they need to start doing, Matthew. They need these crazy sick individuals, right? Before you can even legally vote on a damn politician, a governor, a president, try to get any law passed, they need to like make individuals take a standard IQ test, okay? And a mental health evaluation to make sure we don't got some psychotic psychopath who then is schizophrenic or manic or got some type of mental illness before they start trying to cast their vote in judgment. Because it's like you're not even competent and intelligent or aware enough or conscious enough to even have said conversation. You need to go back to the first grade, okay? You need some type of medicine before you start trying to come out and tell us about who should vote this and who should this, because you'll be the same type of person that you'll get upset when somebody else get elected and now you want to kill them. You're sick in the brain. You're an idiot. You're a fucking moron. Yeah, they need to start doing that, bro. They need to be like, okay, I want to vote Republican. Okay, but you got to take the standardized IQ test. We got to make sure you're not some fucking moron. Okay? Just they're going to have to start doing something, bro. Okay? They got to start doing something. Or we're going to continue to see situations with these weird, extreme people with these extreme religious beliefs that's just on some straight up bullshit. Because when you go to other countries, it's even wilder. Y'all might think the United States is bad. You go to certain places like Afghanistan and all that, it's a straight dictatorship. They will kill you. You go to certain places, you can't even speak bad about the president, they will kill you. You go to Russia or you go to Korea and say something about their president. People think the United States is bad. You go over there and you say something about one of their presidents. In Dubai, women can't even raise their voice in public or they will fucking arrest them. So when women be, oh, the patriarchy. Yeah, you go to places like Dubai, you'll see a real patriarchy, all right. You'll see a real dictatorship, all right. Yeah, you'll see a real patriarchy, all right. Okay? If you take your ass to Dubai in one of the Middle Eastern countries and you sit there and play around and say something about one of their world leaders or something and see the type of oppression that you'll see, okay? So yeah, they give people a lot of rights and a lot of leeway in the United States. And they trying to, and this is the problem, right? With these people doing this psychotic, crazy shit, they're going to start forcing the government's hand to start getting tyrannical, okay? That's just what it is with these crazy ass people. They make it bad for all of us. Because all it's going to do, right, when people doing stupid shit like, oh, defund the police, try to kill a government worker, all it's going to do is make law enforcement get on more bullshit with you. That's all it's going to do. It's going to make them have their head on the swivel even more. Shit, I'm from Haiti. They do not play out there. You go to Haiti, go to Port-au-Prince and go out there playing. Yeah, you Haitian, you know about Port-au-Prince. Go to Port-au-Prince and go out there playing with their people. Yeah, you'll see oppression in real time. So people think that this stuff is helping, is actually going to make it worse. It's going to make them be on more bullshit. It's going to keep their head on the swivel even more, okay? Because now they feel like, okay, well, the people is tyrannical and they on bullshit with us. We might as well turn up even more on them. We might as well be even more on shit with them. We might as well press them even more. Don't be surprised now you get pulled over and it's going to get to the point. These people keep going crazy trying to kill government officials and all that. It's going to get to the point where you could just get put over for a simple traffic infraction and police would be already having their guns drawn and you ain't even did nothing but fucking turn your blinker on too late. See, these fucking leftist extremists think that this shit is helping. Okay? No lie, and it's just a reason for them to try martial law. That's my whole point. Exactly. That's my whole point. You just gonna make them get even more extreme. Like, you know what? The American people is going crazy. They're losing their mind. They're constantly trying to just shoot police officers and kill the government officials. We might as well enforce martial law now. See how much they fucking like us. They want to keep playing. You can't do this shit, bro. Because all it does is make it bad for the regular law-abiding citizens and the regular 9 to 5 average workers. You're just gonna make life a little bit harder for all of them. Y'all talking about defund the police, right? If I was a police officer and y'all sitting outside talking about defund the police, right? Why should I pull up if you got shot then? Why should I pull up if your sister or your mama or your grandma got punched? I'm like, oh shit, y'all only paying me $20,000 a year. I ain't pulling up for shit. Why should I put my life on the line for $30,000 a year? I'm barely getting paid $4,000-$5,000 a month. You want me to slide for you? Then y'all say defund the police. Y'all don't like us, right? I ain't doing shit. I'm taking my sweet ass time. Oh, you call 911. Oh, I'm being shot at. I got shot 2 or 3 times. Then you said defund the police? Figure it out. I'll come when I feel like it. I'm in the drive-thru right now and get some Krispy Kreme donuts and some coffee. I'll pull up when I feel like it because you want to defund the fucking police, right? I ain't doing shit. I'm just being real with y'all. That's how I guarantee you some of them going to start looking at it. Y'all don't like us, right? And you might legit need their help. Your sister could have got into a car crash or something. Or your sister could have got shot and stabbed, or some human trafficker could have tried to kidnap her and rape her or whatever. And imagine you a cop. You like, I only make $40,000 a year. I'm barely making $6,000 to $7,000 a month. You want me to put my life on the line? Then you say defund us? That's why I'm saying it's ridiculous. Because if I have 5, 6, 7, 8 daughters, right, I would want the police to be able to pull up immediately and not second guess it. But when y'all want to see and have these movements like defund the police, all you do is make it hard for the people that's genuinely going to need their help. Because then if you're an officer, I'll be sitting there like, shit. Well, I'm about to go get me a burger first, then I pull up. I'm about to go get me a slice of pizza, a Red Bull, then I pull up. You want me to risk dying? You said there's a shootout happening? I'm supposed to risk coming to die for you? And I don't even make no real fucking money? Y'all only want me to make $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year? For what? You don't like me, right? Because I'm a government official, then I'm going to take my sweet ass time. I still got a mom and family that give a damn about me. Why should I put my life on the line? That's why I said when you look at it in totality for the long run, it would be super, super difficult in the long run. It will cause more issues. It's not a good thing. Shit, they already do that. They get benefits though. No, they do. I don't want anybody to be harmed, trumped, or Biden. I traveled to over 20 countries, including North Korea, before the United States banned North Korea as a terrorist. You are constantly monitored. Can't talk to locals. Really? I heard something like that. Yo, it's crazy you said that, again, but I heard that over there you can't even record in public. You can't even record government officials over there. Or am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Because it was some guy that was going viral on TikTok that he was trying to record the police and all that, and they start hopping over some straight dog shit. Then they was circling his hotel that he was at. And they had fucking police cars sitting outside his hotel just watching him. Normally don't even let you come in from other countries. Hey, y'all, we can do it. It's the best we can do, though. I heard some shit like that, though. I don't know. Yeah, or take videos of the back of Kim's statue, seeing it as disrespectful. Okay, yeah, that's the video that I was seeing. Because it was some video with some dude out there trying to record that same statue you talking about, and he was trying to record the law enforcement out there, and they pulled up on him instantly like, yo, what you doing? I think it was a woman first that worked in the law enforcement out there. She's like, what are you doing? Like speaking regular English to him. Like, what's up? Like, what you got going on? Like, what you doing? What you recording out here? Like, nah, we don't do that out here. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, people in the United States be complaining, thinking like, oh my God, America's just so bad. They're just suppressing me so much. You go to them other countries fucking playing around. Make sure if you ain't like the live, you like the live, you share the live. Like the live, share the live. If y'all got good questions, y'all know y'all can always super chat it before I hit the gym. But on some G shit, like, people think it's so bad here. You go to these other countries going over there playing around, okay, and you'll see oppression. I just seen a video with this Caucasian man, right? They go through your phone and make you delete everything. I heard about that too. I just seen a video with a guy, looked like he was in some Middle Eastern place. and he was recording, and all the locals started surrounding him like, what are you doing? In America, you got the right to freedom of press. You got the right to the freedom of press. It's a part of your constitutional right. You go to them other places thinking you in America, right? And that's my whole point, Hetty Kruger. We damn near gonna be there in a few years going this rate. That's my whole point. They gonna force their hand to get tyrannical and start being more strict. People think, oh my God, it's so hard here. Yeah, okay. I am dim, but I am more essential. I don't understand a lot of them views. I just draw a lot of MAGA, but for once, I like someone so sub, more essential than heavy lift. Appreciate you, Gambit. Yeah, like, I'm just keeping them 100 with y'all. Like, if the people keep trying to go crazy like this, they're just gonna make it get to be in like places like North Korea and shit like that, or they're gonna get some martial law bullshit to happen. Like, it's happening in real time. It's happening in real time. Like, I'm seeing the trajectory of where we're going to the United States, and if these people keep losing their fucking mind and trying to kill government officials, they're just gonna make it bad for everybody else. Like, seriously, they're just gonna make it bad for I swear to God on my mama, bro. If I was in jail, God forbid, and I seen that guy that was just, I guess, allegedly trying to assassinate the president or whatever, bro, he would have been getting his ass beaten there, bro. What the fuck wrong with you? You gonna make it bad for the rest of my American people and the rest of my citizens that's just trying to live a law-abiding citizen life that ain't trying to be on no bull crap. You're just gonna make it more difficult for everybody to fuck else. Okay? You're just gonna make it difficult for everybody else. Like that like trying to like violence, if you want to be honest, when it comes to certain stuff is never the answer. It will make stuff worse. Violence is supposed to be a last resort. You're gonna make shit worse. Protesting and peaceful protests and all that, like, it's ways you can go about things to make a difference. They did it in the 1950s and 60s, okay? When women was trying to get rights, and they was doing all this, what's it called? What's the name of it? When nobody showed up to work and all of the corporations were struggling, none of the doctors, the surgeons, the nurses, the CNAs, nobody around the world was showing up to work and everybody was just protesting. Then they'll listen and be like, okay, you know what, we can conform to whatever y'all trying to say. Like, let's come to a general consensus so we can make this better so y'all can take your ass back to work. Trying to go shoot up a place and all this crazy shit, bro, no, you bugged out. You bugged out. Millions of people in America, right? These fools are going to get my guns taken away. Exactly. You're going to be mad. They're going to make it worse for everybody. There's ways you go about things without handling violence because they care about money, okay? If everybody in the United States all said, you know what, for the rest of the year, we're not going to work unless y'all change this, unless y'all pay us more, okay? Unless we get more benefits, unless we can actually afford this goddamn rent and these bills and blah, 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 blah. I guarantee you, if nobody showed up to these hospitals, nobody showed up to none of your local jobs, nobody showed up to your local banks, to the schools, no nothing, then they would see, like, especially once it's been going on for months, they'd be like, oh, okay, well, we got to change this around. Let's lower the price of this, or let's make food more affordable, gas more affordable. The timeline has the worst successes ever. But trying to handle shit with violence, bro, all you do is make it worse, and that's a fact. You're gonna make them enforce martial law, and make them start trying to take y'all weapons away, all type of shit. Make them be more strict, make them be more aggressive towards you, make them be more violent. See, people think in short term. They don't think about the long term effects of how you're gonna actually make shit worse. If everybody just stopped going to work and was just boycotting it, like, oh, I'm not going for the rest of the year, fuck this shit, and everybody was protesting in front of the White House, I guarantee you shit would change overnight. But when y'all thinking that y'all got to start trying to resort to violence and all this bullshit, it's the wrong way to go about it. I'm telling you, it's the wrong way to go about it. Like, I remember a couple years ago, it was on TikTok, they was making it seem like they was going to try to do something to attack government officials at the White House, something like that. I remember Biden was speaking about it. And he was basically warning the American people, like, yo, if y'all try to do something like the movie Olympus Has Fallen, do y'all understand that we got fighter jets that's in the military that could drop a bomb and literally take out cities? Because the rumor was going around, this was like 2023, 22, that they was going to try to attack the White House with violence. Like, have you people lost your mind? Do you think they're just gonna let you do that? Because if they let you do that, do you know the type of message they're sending to other countries around the world? Other countries be looking like, damn, if the American people is able to overthrow their government, then we can. They understand that that's not a good look. It's a reason why the United States must be feared because it deters other countries from wanting to invade us or potentially take us to war. If they see the American citizens beefing with their own government and trying to shoot up the White House, whatever bullshit they were saying, you send a bad message to other countries. Because I'm guarantee it was other countries that be wanting to do shit to us, but when they paying attention to how our government is being ran and our president, like, is the cost of really going to war that serious? And then they got nuclear missiles, and let's not. Let's just leave it alone. Let's not do that. But when you got the American people, oh, let's go shoot up the White House and try to shoot an RPG at the White House, all this craziness, you're gonna make it bad. Because if you think that they got the National Guard for no reason, you've lost your mind. You've lost your mind. If you think that they got the Air Force for no reason, you've lost your mind. You got to get out that mindset, bro. You're going to cause unnecessary deaths and harm and make this country turn up in a way that you don't want to see them turn up. And you don't understand why other countries fear America. We got to be conscious here. Like, you got to know how to negotiate. Yeah, like White House Down, that movie, Steam, like, is going to come through all this shit. Just look at the movie Olympus Has Fallen. Do you think they just going to sit there and allow that, bro? You think they don't got procedures and means that's necessary to use if the people was to try to get on some bullshit like that? Because that's what it seems like the people trying to get to more and more each year. You think they don't got certain things already set up in play in case the people was to try to get tyrannical and do that bullshit? Like, what we supposed to do is let the American citizens to try to overthrow the White House, and we supposed to listen to regular civilians who not even competent or intelligent enough to run the country? We supposed to listen to some random ass dude that fucking work at Walmart? Give me a fucking break. You think some random ass civilian gonna have other countries in fear to try to go against us? You're gonna make them feel like, oh, well, if the American people did it, we can do it. Like, these people are fucking idiots. These people are idiots. Oh, let's try to overthrow the White House. It's not gonna happen. And if something like that did happen, like I said, all that's gonna do is make other countries feel like, oh, we could take them to war then. Super easy. We could just invade America and just take America over. Like, stop with the bullshit, bro. Like, these people are fucking crazy in America. I'm telling you. These people are getting crazier and fucking crazier. Y'all gotta stop the bullshit, bro. Like, you people are starting to lose your fucking mind. And I don't agree with it. And if you know any radical person, I think you should get away from them, okay? Because it's not normal. Shit is abnormal. They think it's just about, oh, let's just try to get violent with them, okay? You think you're going to beat the American military? You're an idiot. You're a moron. You think they're just going to sit there and let you do that? See, people don't think about the cause and effect. You think they're just going to sit there and let you do that. Remember in 2020 when they was invading the White House and shit? Do you know how many people got shot that day? Did the news talk about that? It was a guy, right, that was all the way from Cheektowaga, New York, which is not too far from here. And he took his stupid ass up there, right? They came and got him like a week or two later. Okay? A lot of them people got arrested. A lot of them people got shot. Did they tell you that part, though? They're not just going to be letting y'all do that. Like, be fucking so serious right now. The one dude from Cheektowaga, New York went there. He thought because he had a mask on. That just goes to show you if they really, really, really want to find you, they will. They came and got his ass right after that, okay? Gave his ass like 50 years in jail for that. Then I believe it was the one, I think it was a lady or a dude that was in that White House, and the officer was telling him to get out, and he didn't, and they shot him right in the head. They're going to look at you as a threat, and they're going to kill your ass. Like, we got to be smart. You people sitting here trying to do this radical shit don't understand. Like, if you really a true leader, right, a real leader, thinks about the fact that when it comes to war, there's always casualties. And he's going to try to avoid his people getting hurt. He's going to try to avoid his people getting killed. He's going to try to avoid his people getting murdered. He's going to try to avoid the death. He knows how to negotiate. That's what a real leader do. Because you got someone that's a leader that's going to lead you to your death. A real leader can sit back and be like, you know what? I know y'all thinking short term, but we got to think about cause and effect. Yeah, they aren't even good at it. That's my problem. Exactly. We got to think about cause and effect. If I lead y'all to try to go start some stupid ass civil war, how many people are gonna die doing this though? How many people are gonna lose their life? That's how a real leader thinks. But you know what? We can't do that. Too many people will die. If 100,000 of us go, and then they already done been let it known in 2023 that they will utilize the Air Force to the best of their ability. What one little bomb can take out thousands of people. This is not smart. This is stupid. Okay? It all depends if you got a good leader. A good leader is supposed to know how to negotiate with the people and come to a general consensus. The same way when it comes to business. Okay, you gotta know how to negotiate. But you gotta have a leader, oh, let's try to go do this dumb shit and then get people killed and life's still gonna go on and nothing's gonna change. So just get a bunch of people killed, a bunch of people shot, a bunch of people murdered, destroy a bunch of families, have a bunch of moms mourning the loss of their children, and a bunch of children growing up without more parents. And then life's gonna keep going on and nothing's gonna change and it's just gonna get worse. Are we really? I don't think people think long term. It's cause and effect with shit. A real leader could be able to be competent enough to see into the future like this will end bad. We can't do this. This is bullshit. We're gonna get people fucking killed. We gotta go about it, handle it this way if we want to make a change. We can't go about it and think we just gonna go do some type of violent act and just think they're just gonna go for it. You've lost your mind. You're an idiot. I'm telling you, these people are idiots. These people are idiots, bro. I'm telling you right now, these people are idiots. That's why I be like, man, all these extremists, radical, religious, political people, I stay the fuck away from them. I know that they're morons. I know in the end, the shit that they're doing is going to be at the detriment of our people. Y'all just don't see it because a lot of y'all not thinking long term. Y'all fired up for the heat of the moment, but it's like a raging bull running at a train that's going hundreds of miles per hour. It looked like it's about to, it looked like it's on a good run and it's about to overrun that train. It's going to come to a short stop real fast though. Like picture that. Picture a raging bull running full force at a train. And you hear the train trying to warn you, stop. Beep, beep, beep. And the bull looked like, oh my God, the bull looked like it's about to go head up with the train and overrun the train and it's about to knock the train off its tracks. It looks strong. Yeah, it looked like it's on a good run until it come full-fledged collide with that goddamn train. That train run over it. That's what's gonna happen with the people. I gotta stop that bullshit. You're gonna get fucking people harmed. Because a lot of y'all fucking leaders that's telling y'all to do this shit has zero common sense. Okay? Yo, thank you, Matthew. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like the live. Make sure y'all share the live. I knew people were willingly dumb when a few years ago those blew themselves when they're landing and that's something they work for. Oh my God. That was so crazy. See, when you ask me questions like, do I think Trump is a good leader, right? I may not agree with all his rules and regulations and policies, but do I think overall he's a good leader? The reason I'm going to say yeah, because I'm going to say this. You need a president that is feared when you understand politics. Okay? Because it will deter other countries from wanting to invade America or take us to war. When they know, like, oh, they got a president that's like a damn warlord, and we can't just sit here and try to kill his goddamn troops that's in the military, right? We need a good, because do y'all realize when Trump was in office around 2000 and his first term, we had the least amount of deaths in military history? He had the least. We had the least amount of deaths in military history. The least. We need a president that is feared to the point where other countries, they're like, you know what? Who was it? I think it was somewhere in the Middle East when Trump had warned them, like, if one of my American soldiers, if one of them die over there, because I already got surveillance on your house, I'm going to blow you and all your fucking people up. I'm not saying it's morally correct, okay? But when you understand that we are living in a world where it's other dangerous countries who do not like us, so a lot of these civilians don't understand this. It's a such thing as a healthy level of fear and an unhealthy level of fear. It's a double-edged sword. Fear could be a good thing. Fear could be a bad thing. But I'm just being honest with you. if we had a president who was not feared, do you know how many countries be willing to take us to fucking war trying to invade America? You got to think about the long term. So of course I'm not going to agree with everything he say. You're not going to agree with everything your mother say. You're not going to agree with everything your significant other say. You're not going to agree with everything your husband say or your girlfriend say. Even your children, your boss at your job, people that you're friends with. But does that mean that they overall a bad person? Of course, I'm not going to agree with every single thing. But I know when it comes to running a country, you have to have a certain level of fear to deter other countries from like, you know what? Let me not play with them Americans. We're not going to try to invade them because you know what? I know that they got nuclear warheads and they'll blow our whole fucking country up. Let me leave them the fuck alone. I don't want to go to war with them because it could get real, real fast and real quick. That's just me being honest with y'all. But if we got a fucking president that's looking like a goofy and we just taking so many deaths in the military, so many of our soldiers is just getting killed and getting murdered and look like our country just don't give a fuck, we look weak. I'm just being honest with y'all. We look weak. We look weak, bro. We gonna look weak. That's just my honest opinion, bro. We gonna look weak. And we can't be looking weak when we got other countries that already don't got the best intentions for us. So when it come to having all of the American people lives in your hand on top of the military, yeah, you got to have a certain level of fear. You got to be a little off. You got to be a little dangerous. Just being real with y'all. It's the reason why when the military went to go capture, I think it was if I'm not mistaken, the Venezuelan president. It was a reason why they was able to do that just so easy and so fast and so quick in a hurry and just leave like nothing happened. You think them fucking Venezuelans really want to go to war with the United States? You think they didn't know the Americans was crossing over and coming in a stumping ground? Now, if our country looked like a bunch of pussies, some shit would have popped off. Didn't the operative only last them like 15, 20 minutes over there and they left? They just went and captured a whole president. Don't you think if it was like a weak country and they didn't respect our leaders, some shit would have popped off? Just being honest with y'all. So, of course, I don't agree with every single thing a person do. You're not gonna believe it. Like I said, you're not gonna agree with everything that your parents do, or everything that your boss at your job do or say, or everything that your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or your boyfriend say or do. But that don't mean that they just necessarily got bad leadership. That's just what it is. It's the unfortunate truth. That's just what it is, bro. Like if y'all think these other countries, like even when you go to other countries, right? A lot of countries do not be too fond of Americans as it is. A lot of countries already be on some bullshit with us. So yeah, you just need strong leaders, bro. But to reel it back in on the topic of discussion, I just still find it. I'm just gonna be dwelling on this because I'm about to go to the gym. I just still don't understand how it was no metal detector. Okay, no nothing. And old boy was able to get a weapon on the scene. I don't know, bro. That's crazy to me, bro. That's crazy, bro. I'm telling you. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Yeah, Hetty, I just said I don't know. Hey, all I know is I'm still thrown off the fact that a weapon. So it's like at this point, could dude walk in with a whole Draco? Could he have walked in with a whole assault rifle or a fucking RPG? He ran through security. Yo, what type of fucking security we got? Is these security just eating fucking jelly donuts? Like, what type of training do they got? You know, they need to see now at this point, if dudes are just running past security like that, right? You know what needs to happen at this point? They need to up the requirements to be a security guard or a security officer. They need to force them to go through a lot of training like police officers or state troopers or sheriffs at this point. If y'all telling me he just ran through security, security's sitting there just chilling like, oh, well, it's above my pay grade, then fuck it. The fuck are you doing? Like, could he have just walked in and slapped all the security guards and just walked in with a fucking AK-47? They just go, oh, well, you know, this is above my pay grade. I'm not trained for this type of shit. What type of fucking security is you, bruh? All the security should be fired right now. Fired. If I watched the fucking video and I was somebody that worked in that industry and I seen this dude just ran past security letting off shots, give me the name of all these security guards. Yeah, they all fired. They all gotta go. He walked in and said he was with ICE. Like, y'all not checking credentials? Y'all not making sure he legit and he authentic and he's really a part of one of these agencies? He just walked in, hey guys, I'm with ICE. Hey. Okay, bring a weapon in here, even though we don't know you. But you could order a fucking fake badge off Amazon. You could order all this fucking bullshit off the internet. You mean to tell me he just walked in, hey guys, I'm with this law enforcement agency. Oh, we're not even gonna double check and be professional. Just walk on in. Yeah, we don't gotta see your badge. We're just gonna go off your word of mouth. Just walk in, no problem. Cool. The fuck? Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh, you said you're with what agency? Don't matter. You could just walk in. So you mean to tell me I could just be off the streets and just walk over there and be like, yo, I'm with the sheriff's department. Let me in. Okay, no problem. You don't got to check my credentials. Okay. This is crazy. They said he was a resident there for a few days, so he was through the first checkpoint before it was set up. Oh, okay. I still, this is just a tricky situation. He need his ass whooped. I'm sorry. They should have killed his ass and let all the American people see this is what happens when you pull some shit like this. Those security officers were scared to shoot. That's another problem. Like, we need to up the training. Like the standard to be able to be an armed security officer. We need to up the the standard and get more like better as far as when it comes to the training. The requirements need to be a lot higher, and a lot of them need to be fired. Okay. With that being said, y'all, I'm about to go to the gym, y'all, or probably go do some calisthenics real quick because it's a nice day outside. I hope y'all do something healthy. Don't let these crazy ass people make you lose your fucking mind and make you depressed, and more sad, and more miserable. Because we living in a world where unforeseen things happen. So don't let this type of shit bring you down, okay? Because we living just in a world right now where there's some crazy fucking people. With that being said,